shake. Shake for a shake. I'm throwing these Emirates in the sky. Spinning this asa, llama, lake 'em, piece the M-O-N-E-Y. I love my beaches, south beaches, surfboard and high tide. I can just roll up cause I'm...
You're on the Virtual Entertainment Programming Network. TVEPN.com. Live from TVEPN Studios, The Slam Show. Slam.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of The Slam Show for May 4th. May the 4th be with you here on The Slam Show. And speaking of Star Wars themes, let's have everyone here kind of connect with a character that they feel is a Star Wars connection. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. I feel I'm really embracing the Han Solo rogue like persona, the way he doesn't give a fuck sometimes, but yet he has a plan, a backup plan that he makes happen. That's who I like. Han Solo. Joe!
Oh, man, yeah, that's you.
You are a Wookiee. All right. That's all I have to say. That's all. There you go. There you go. Mike Hill.
Michael Smooth, my name is. Trying to do that backwards talk like Yoda.
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 That's
okay.
right. Little small dude, green, you know. I was going to say Chewie, too, because I got a lot of hair.
Yeah,
but when Joe went with Chewie, I went with my next guy, Yoda.
Sounds good.
Go, man.
Sounds good. Tara, who in Star Wars do you connect with? I know who.
I only know like 2 characters. Oh, I was gonna say R2-D2 or Princess Leia.
Oh.
So whoever took the one, I was gonna, try to.
Maybe like a mixture, right?
I wanted Princess Leia.
I don't really follow all the way, but.
Either R2 Leia or Princess D2.
Yeah. That's a good guy.
R2 Leia. I think R2 Leia sounds cool.
That's a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause she's pretty, but he kind of.
Okay. R2 Leia.
Has Slam ever told you when we had R2D2 on the set live in
No
the direct?
way.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
That was pretty dope.
It was an incredible show.
I'll
Incredible.
never forget it.
All right. Frankie.
Wow.
Who do you connect with?
I was going to say R2-D2, but, she took 2 characters, but...
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. I connect mostly to Princess Leia. R2-D2, man, because he never trips on anybody. He's just kicking it, really, He takes handle stuff. He can fix things. It's cool.
See, I like his answer.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one picked like Darth Vader or some real villain. Like
My girlfriend, she would pick Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would definitely go with Darth Vader.
Yeah, the Sith Lord.
But she's in charge. She's like wears pants.
Yes. Well, she just likes the dark side. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh.
Frankie knows that joke. He's like, I've used that one a lot. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and do the introductions. I'm Slam Sam, the navigator of this incredible show, which we call The Slam Show every Monday night. And formal introductions, please.
Joe Corzo, Joe Time Entertainment. Hello.
Michael Smooth, otherwise known as Mike on the mic, in the billing.
Tara Candies. I don't know. I don't have like I didn't think about that. Like I don't have like a catchphrase thing going on.
Well, we'll create one for
I know,
you.
I need one, but nothing really embarrassing or anything.
Oh, man. I'll have Frankie create one for you.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Get to know you a little bit. Come up with something, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Frankie Quinones, comedian, chilling. What's up?
Sure.
Little Mexican homie.
Get a little round of applause for that. Hey. Coming all the way from SoCal to come kick it here on The Slam Show. So everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. Kick back and relax. As I always say, pop yourself a Corona, a Frappuccino, whatever's going to keep you focused on the next 2 hours, because we got a lot of stuff to go over and talk about. Hey, did anyone watch the new Avengers movie this past week in Age of Ultron?
No.
No.
Actually, I was the laugh of my cousin's bachelor party for being like the only one of 20 guys who still hasn't seen the first Avengers.
You ever seen the first one?
Yeah, I know. Oh, he's looking for a sound effect or something, huh? Yeah, I'm just like really bad.
Actually, Mike Hill, this is my backup copy. I want to make sure, not bootleg. Here's my backup copy of Avengers 1 for you. So that'll go onto your DVD player.
Thank you.
You
Yeah,
can enjoy it.
Supposedly,
Jizz
I'm
all
like
over
the
it.
biggest loser for not seeing the first one. So
I've never seen it either, so don't worry. I don't even know what Avengers is.
That one,
I'm sorry.
You guys suck.
It's all good. Sorry.
there's like a guy talking on a cell phone on that one, I think. It's all scuffles and shit.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, let's go ahead and kind of catch up on everyone's past week or weekend happenings, starting with Joe time.
Man, mine was a little weird. Yeah.
hashtag
All right,
get
let's
weird.
talk
happened?
about
Did
it,
you
man.
get
Let's talk
abducted
about
or-
it.
No. I actually I went to my neighbor's funeral this past week, and
Oh, man.
yeah, it was really trippy. And then I went to my best friend's baby shower, so it's like this shift.
Yeah, balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then then kept my spirits are a little low, but I hit a few mics this week. Brainwash for sure, and then place in Pinole. Check it out. It's East Bay Coffee. It's a pretty great place, man, for a lot of young talent to come out there, man. And just kind of been focused and get everything back into alignment and just working and watching the Game 7 of the Clippers to Spurs game. That was crazy. That was fun.
Oh, right.
Watched the Manny Pacquiao fight and Mayweather fight. I mean, whatever it was. It
We'll
is
chime into it a little later.
It is
The dance.
event. Yeah, the Mayweather Pacquiao event.
Hug it out.
And yeah, and then the Warriors, doing their thing, and it's just been great.
Congratulations to Steph Curry for winning the MVP. Woo!
Yeah.
That is major applause.
And then watching the Giants go ahead and dominate the LA Angels. Yeah, but
Go Giants.
yeah,
I
buddy.
watched that.
Take care of some chores.
Gigantes.
Cool.
But yeah, it's kind of cool, chill weekend.
All right. Sometimes, Frankie, Joe has this elaborate, adventurous recap. And sometimes he has this very truncated one like he's going through today, so I don't blame him because it's
No, I
always
got
up
it,
and
man.
down.
It's all love. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know Joe a long time. I see,
Yeah,
just got to go with it.
exactly. Cool, Joe. Michael, it's been a minute since you've been
Yeah,
on the program.
I guess I'll make up for Joe's truncatedness with my elaborate weekend, right? If truncatedness is a word. But yeah, man, I mean, just getting you caught up on last time I seen you. Like I said, I got the new job at Sleep Train. So I'll start that May 12th. Yeah.
So what does that mean for being on the Slam Show?
Well, that means that, I can't offer any plugs, but if you need yourself a Tempur-Pedic or some pillows, come see your boy.
Can we back in the Slam Show van and unload it about 3 a.m.?
I can't make no guarantees, man. But
Do it ninja style?
yeah, right. But the last couple weeks have been awesome, man. It's been a lot of time with my girlfriend. The longest consecutive stretch we've ever spent together, about 12 days in a row.
It's a test right there.
It kicked off with a Giants game against the Dodgers last Wednesday, or 2 Wednesdays ago, out in AT&T Park. It was her first time there, and it was awesome. And then that was like the second game of what ended up
She's
being
a Dodger fan, right?
Yeah, huge Dodger fan. So that was the second game of what ended up being a 3-game sweep of the Dodgers. And then from there we went down to Southern California, Mr. Quinones. We were out there. We were in East LA, man. We were.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We had a baby shower to attend to.
Why are you trying to emphasize East LA for? Well, that's all LA, right?
That's just the neighborhood we were in.
I know, I'm just
We
messing with
were in Baldwin Park mainly, but we stayed out there in East LA for a little bit.
So your girl's Mexican?
She's Nicaraguan, full-blooded Nicaraguan. But
out there too.
Is
They're
it
out
half
there
black
too.
and
yeah. but we had a baby shower to attend to. She's her brother's having his 4th son, and it was a Star Wars baby shower. So it's fitting to talk about it on May the 4th be with you. But yeah, it was really cool, man. I'm talking like a candy buffet. This table was just decked out in candy. And I told my girlfriend, I said, I never want to go to a white person baby shower ever again. After what I went, I mean, I never seen anything like that, dude. It was like the coolest thing ever. And then the day after, her sister had like a double birthday party for her 2 kids because their birthdays are really close at John's Incredible Pizza, which I don't know if you've been there, but it's like Chuck E. Cheese but on crack. Like Chuck E. Cheese,
Higher class a
it's
little
like,
bit,
well, Chuck E. Cheese on steroids. Like it's just like way better than Chuck E. Cheese. It's crazy, man. It's cool. It's a lot of fun. And then straight up, and then we drove back Monday because we drove down there. We drove back Monday and then had to drive down to South City, get well, we wanted to stay the night there because our plane was leaving Tuesday morning for Florida at like 5:30, and I woke up Tuesday morning, man. Just my stomach wasn't agreeing with me, man. So it was a real rough flight, man.
Oh man,
it was a real rough 7 hours from San Francisco to Orlando with the stop at Atlanta and the long way.
How many laboratory trips did you make?
Countless.
Just one.
Went through a couple pairs of boxes, put together.
On the plane?
On the plane.
On the plane?
One before I even got through TSA. It was bad, man.
Wow. I hope you had some baby wipes.
Yeah.
I had plenty.
Diapers.
I had plenty. But nah, man, it was good, man. We got down to Florida. Auntie was very accommodating,
She
man.
was driving.
And driving the whole time, man. And got down there, man, and it was a blast, man. My cousin got married to someone he's been with now for like 6-7 years. You know, they were bound to get married, and so
give some props out right now.
Yeah, my cousin Jonathan, man, he's out there in Hawaii on his honeymoon, all inclusive, so live it up. But we had a great time. The wedding was in Tampa. It was all on the water at this place called the Rusty Pelican. So shout out to my cousin.
classy place.
Yeah, the Pelicans are out there, man.
Michael, keep in mind the camera's right above you, so if you want to do gestures, there you go.
Oh yeah.
See it.
Come
on, Jurassic Park.
We played beach volleyball later on after the wedding at Hogan's. Hulk Hogan has his own bar, and so we called our team the Rusty Pelicans, and we were kicking butt. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. We had a party bus, we threw a little impromptu bachelor party a couple days before, and everything was good.
You guys hit the strip clubs?
We didn't hit the strip clubs, man. We just did it moving to Hooters and then another bar, and then that was it. My cousin was
old man style.
Yeah, he was just really nervous about the wedding and everything. He wanted to get home and pack, so he kind of wanted to make the night early. But
okay.
She's gonna beat his ass if he went.
Yeah, baby.
You better not.
Well, he already had the bigger bachelor party with his boys before we got there. Supposedly went to Hard Rock Cafe and threw up on a slot machine. They kicked him out.
Oh.
His boy was shitting in the median on a highway. It was some real hangover type
Team
stuff,
Rusty
man.
Pelican, man.
Yeah,
Rusty. Really.
Well, that was Rusty Pelican. No, hey man, that place. I'll tell you, name sounds funny, but that's a classy, very swanky place for a wedding, man. I was very impressed with the Rusty Pelican, man. That place was awesome. Photo booth was great. It was just a wedding. It was a really classy. It was a cool wedding, man. Shout out to
Did they have
Chelsea's
candy
parents.
table?
They did not have a candy table, but you know what? I was kind of candied out.
They ain't got nothing on the candy table.
Yeah, but great. And then Saturday, man. I mean, I know a lot of hype was made about everything. We'll go into the fight later on, but that could possibly be the greatest sports day ever. I mean, you take a look at all the events that happened. You know me, I'm a sports guy, Slam, but the Derby, NASCAR was going, the fight, obviously, draft finishing up, baseball going on, basketball playoffs with the Game 7 there, hockey playoffs, lacrosse finishing up regular season, golf championships out of San Francisco for match play, tennis event going. I mean, just every single thing in sports was going on, man, on that one Saturday, and it was awesome. That
sounds like you had an orgasm throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, man. And then we finally left Florida yesterday. Got back yesterday afternoon, but
right on, and you're still able to make it on the show.
Still able to make it on the show, man.
How's your gut?
Yeah.
My gut's cool. Actually, my stomach started feeling better the night before the wedding. So night before the wedding, I was cool, man. I was so cool. And then the morning, and then the morning after,
you might want to put some plastic down on that seat.
And then the morning after the wedding, I caught a little bit of allergies, but that's it.
Cool. Right on, Mike Ill. Glad that you're back on the program.
Hey, man.
And
Glad
we're
to be here.
excited that you're back on your feet with your new job.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll back out the Slam van for a 3 a.m. little transfer.
Need some mattresses. I really do.
Hey, you take it to a better night's sleep.
Right on.
Yeah.
Tara, what's up, girl? You're back on the mic?
Yay. Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Nothing. It was my birthday weekend, but
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
old and
birthday.
losery. Yeah.
Now, explain this losery response to your birthday, please.
I don't know. No one wanted to go hang out or party. I don't know. My friend took me to dinner on Friday night. It was nice, actually. We went to Sutra or something in Modesto. My best friend Jessica, she took me to dinner. It was pretty nice, actually, but afterwards, we like had all night to go do whatever we wanted, and there was like we could have.
Everybody just want to go home.
Yeah, we're like, okay, what do we do? And we're like, okay, we're moms, and we're like almost 40, and like there was nothing to do. So I went back to my my office and just like talked and stuff. But it's actually nicer though.
Was it at least a good talk?
classy.
Did you get things out?
Yeah, we did. I
Yeah.
gave her a reading and stuff, and she was crying, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought I felt good.
Right.
But because I probably would have gotten in trouble if I went out, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, one drink leads to, you know.
Sure.
Bad
It's like,
decisions.
it's my birthday.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? And then Saturday was like the same thing, you know. I got all ready, and I actually went and hung out with my friend Lisa for a while. It was pretty good, because her birthday is May 2nd, and then mine and her mom's is today. So.
There you go.
Like,
Oh, so today's your
wait,
actual
today's
birthday.
your
Yeah,
actual
today's
birthday?
my birthday.
Oh, man.
Oh,
happy
fourth be with
birthday.
you.
Do we have a birthday
Yeah.
cake ready?
Yay.
For Sue?
No.
What are you looking at me for? Like I have
We
the
don't-
power to
yeah.
conjure up one and shit.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I do have some sour lovers.
Awesome.
Oh.
We can go to 7-Eleven and get pizza.
Put some candles
That's
on
a-
the pizza.
That's an ongoing joke on the Slam Show, Frankie.
Tell her for it.
Yeah.
Pizza from 7-Eleven.
Pizza, yeah.
I didn't even know they had it. Is it in the freezer section, or is it like in the front?
No, they got it in the
In the-
heating already. Yeah, it's in the little.
With the hot dogs? Like, it's like...
It's in that same section. Yeah. I'm not that I would know. I'm just saying that. See, that
Yeah.
sometimes when times get tough. Huh? We
Yeah.
get a large pizza from 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Exactly. 24 hours. You
Yeah,
get the
it's like
freaking munchies.
I think it's under $5, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
Has she met Truth yet?
Who? No.
Have you met Truth?
No.
Our other co-host.
Okay,
No.
you'll have to meet him and then ask him all about it.
That's so
okay.
funny.
He's your main
He
source
was like,
when it
yeah, we
comes.
get some Little Caesars. Then he comes back with it's the
7-Eleven.
same shit, it's the same thing.
I go, no, it's
No, it's
not from
not,
Little
dude.
Caesars. Yeah.
7-Eleven, Little Caesars.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it. It's like,
Probably
oh
the
my
same
God.
price, though. But
Yeah, I think
Major-
cheaper. I think it was a buck cheaper at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
7-Eleven.
oh,
Under
Big
There you
buck
go.
difference, ladies and gentlemen.
and it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, any big plans for the week, or just frustrated right now? And why don't you make a call out to all of our viewers and listeners? Come hang out with me.
I know, could be my friend. No, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't really hang out with that many people. I don't know, just you guys. But, you know, I don't know.
Well, let me ask
We're
you
here
this
for you.
really quickly.
Thanks.
You can do readings for other people, but like, can you do a reading on yourself and then see what maybe that would have told you about your whole
No,
birthday?
it's like I know what I need to do because, like, my guides tell me.
Yeah.
It's just if I listen or not.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't been listening, so
Oh, Frankie, just to get you up to
Yeah.
speed, she's a psychic.
Okay.
I'm a psychic medium.
Yeah.
It's very interesting sometimes. Like when I do my makeup, you know, I'll be like, tell Aunt June, you know, and I'll have to like message somebody or else they just keep bugging me. It's either when I'm doing my makeup or going pee. Like,
what do you mean, like the spirits?
yeah, like I
you?
get like, yeah,
Okay.
like, you know, so
It just comes to
They're
her.
very
it just comes
intrusive.
to me. Yeah, and if I don't say something, it'll kill me, you know.
Yeah.
They want to get the message out, so they keep bugging you.
Yeah, yeah. At night,
Got it.
yeah, it gets even crazier, so.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's like a little party in my room. I'm like,
See,
hello.
ladies and gentlemen, a big party all the time when you're with Tara.
I have a lot of spirit friends.
What the heck?
So,
So, well, happy birthday.
thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And,
Thank you.
and Mike Hill has a little birthday gift for you, so
Thanks, we'll share that, yeah.
I think that'll make up for
We'll be
our
friends.
Yeah.
inconsiderate not bringing you a cake, and I wonder whose fault is that. But
That's okay,
we'll
I
see.
don't know. It's Joe's fault.
It's my-
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Joe!
I'm just kidding. He's like, what? No, I'm just kidding.
She doesn't know there's a surprise in it, so.
I'm talking shit.
Reminiscent of our volunteer after eats.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. So right on, Tara, thank you for coming out all the way from Modesto in the house.
Yay.
And you brought your friend, what's her? Oh, Andrea.
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 There you go. I can see her 2 fingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
First time I brought a friend with me.
Miss Dre.
Yeah. Yeah, I first met Andrea when I moved in to my house, and, like, she was a little girl across the street.
Right.
Yeah. It was cute, and, like, it's been, like, 20 years later or something.
She seems awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And she does
Nice.
not want to be on camera. That's
Yeah.
why she's very, very in the cuts right now.
Yeah.
Not even on the overhead camera you're going to view Andrea, but we're going to try to pull her out. Literally. Thank you, Tara. Frankie Quinones,
Hey.
welcome to the show. And how was your past week and weekend?
Oh man. Well, yeah, going on the wedding theme. My sister got married on Saturday, man. So it was
nice. Congrats.
yeah, my only sister. So it was a big event.
Awesome.
Yeah.
With a laugh.
No,
So what happened? Did you turn it up so bad you can't even remember any of the good stuff?
No. We got turned up, man. The night before and the day of the wedding. The wedding was beautiful. We had it at. She got married at Mission Dolores.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Mission, and we had lowriders, mariachis.
So
the whole
you're
shot.
right, so you're probably like,
Shout out to the Bay Bombs, man, for cruising with us. That was a good time. Yeah, it was cool, man. We cruised from like the financial district from the hotel all the way to Mission Dolores and 12 lowriders. It was a big wedding party.
Oh, did you have a
People
police
were like,
escort?
oh, it's a parade. And they're like,
Did you have a
"It's
police
parade."
escort to break stuff up, or just did it on your own?
No, come on, man. We did it on our own,
Like
dude.
hydraulics
Yeah.
and
I don't know, man. Shit, I don't know if you got all freaking hooked up like that.
The police are following them.
Yeah,
They were following
All
it.
my cousins smoke weed, man. We don't want the police following us. Like,
Hey, you're talking about
my cousin
SFPD.
getting married. Let's roll one up. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. But
Low riders, they're pretty tight. I used to like want to be in like, but yeah, I love that.
yeah, they're good, man. And they have like the sirens going. You know, like the old bombs. They got sirens.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so fun. Yeah, it was a good time. And then we had the the after party after. We had like a Johnny Cash cover band, and then we had the Bayonics. I don't know if you know the Bayonics, but they played at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
His
cool.
face
Man.
lit
A
up.
lot of
Look at
booty
that.
shaking.
No, I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
So it was.
Yeah, it was like a mini Coachella. The after party. Man. It was cool. Yeah. But
Variety there.
yeah, it was cool. We got drunk. Uncles got drunk. It was cool.
40s, OD and shit. St. Ives.
Mostly tequila, but it was good.
So it's
Yeah.
like a whole week. Like, don't you have like a whole week of parties?
Kinda, yeah. Well, it was. We started pretty much Thursday, and then yeah, it ended for early Sunday morning. That's it. But yeah, it was good, man. Good time.
Damn.
Cool.
I'm jealous.
It sounds like you have some stories to kind of share.
Yeah, I
with
do.
us,
I'm kind of like holding back. I don't want to put some people on blast. I'm like,
so and
wait,
so.
is this uncle listening? I don't think so. Let me see. Like,
Put you this way. Was it like memorable?
oh yeah, really memorable, man.
Okay,
Yeah, we
okay.
remember it. I was trying to. We got drunk, but we remember everything.
Disappearing acts and shit.
You're embarrassing.
Oh
It
man.
was cool, but the dancing, man, everybody, nobody could get off the dance floor. I loved it. It was
Okay.
good. I was sore the next day from dancing so much, salsa music and then just, everything.
You consider yourself a good dancer?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I'm not, I don't want to brag or anything, but
It's in his blood.
Yeah.
Hey man.
But
Cumbia, bachata, and all
yeah,
that. You
everything,
get
man.
down?
I love it. I love
Break dance and all
the- yeah,
Pop and
dancing
lock?
hip hop. Pop blocking. Everything. It was cool. One of my cousins was trying to pop block in his corduroy slippers, man, but it didn't work out. Yeah, they
Corduroy slippers. It's like Friday right there.
flipped over. Yeah, the Debo slippers.
Oh my goodness.
That was funny.
That's cool. That's cool. And that was over here in SF, obviously.
Yeah, that was an SF.
Then you hung out the entire time here. Then you came over to the show, or did you go? all the way
Yeah.
back?
No. I've been here.
Okay, cool.
And then, I was like, I got to do slam show. What's up? Let me kick it for a minute.
So you planned it all out
So we're
beautifully.
Yeah.
There you go. See that, because I remember contacting you and I said, okay, what's the best date and so forth, and I guess you
Yeah.
worked it in.
And
with
well,
them.
we threw out another day, and then you throw out that date. And I'm like, oh yeah, my sister getting married that day.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm pumped, man. She's actually she married one of my homies that I've known for like 13 years.
Okay.
So it was really weird at first when they
It
first
sounds
started dating,
weird. Very weird.
Yeah, because I'm like, what? Like, you're dating my little sister, fool? I was tripping on him. But then he was like, nah, man, like, I'm not just trying to hook up with her. Like, I'm in love with her. And I want to try to marry her, And I was like, whoa, well, shit. You
Sounds
put
like that scene in
put it like
Selena.
that,
Yeah, like,
You put it like that, it changes everything, Like, all right, shit, you're trying to put it down like that. Yeah, and he went and asked my dad permission, kept it old school.
really?
Yeah, and I was like, all right, cool. And he's a white dude. My sister was like, I would never thought my sister would marry a white dude, man, but she did.
I don't know,
And,
man. You're a comedian. Is this all truth, man? This is
no,
like
it's
hella
true.
funny.
It's
true,
funny
man.
though. That's how I feel with my girlfriend though. I'm like the only white dude.
Yeah,
in the
it's
family,
it,
so
but
it's
you
like-
I
got
can
it.
totally
He's all
see you
about
with,
it.
Like, no.
Yeah, I'm like,
I mean, like-
but I always try to, I always try to speak Spanish to her family. If I don't know something, I like try to make it like an English version, and they love it. They love it. They love it. Hey, they love my effort. But yeah, I'm like the only white dude. So I'm like,
Familia.
yeah,
The Caro.
right.
You're like using the translator app and shit.
Yeah. Anything I don't know, just
Google
have translate
Translate.
to end of it.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
He's like, "What'd you say, Grandma? Can you speak to this?"
Yeah.
Abuela.
That's too much. So yeah, overall, it sounded like a very adventurous weekend here in the Bay for you.
Yeah, it was
And-
good, man. It was
and
pretty
looks
much
like-
all about the family the whole weekend.
That's cool. And it looks like you got enough rest because you're not all bloodshot or anything. ready for the show.
I slept for about 10 hours yesterday, so I'm good.
Right on. Cool. Okay, I'll go ahead and do my past weekend recap. And Thursday, I was over at my resident spot over in Farrington's in Pleasant Hill. Friday, I did my spot over in Wanna Creek, Redux. Redux. whatever everyone wants to pronounce it. But yeah, as usual, Privilege Fridays was going on. Saturday, we had the fight being held over at Milo's in Concord, and I also DJ'd the after party there. And we'll get into the fight situation after the break. And on Sunday, we had a little outing watching the Avengers 2, Sage and I. And yeah, since you guys didn't freaking watch it, I can't really go into it because I don't want to spoil it for you motherfuckers. Unless you're in the chat room and you want to share some details, feel free to type that in. So yeah, that was my past week and weekend haps. Pretty average, but always consistently busy. And that's how I like it. Cool. All right, Let's go ahead and do a quick recap from last week's guests. And it was Arvita Assam, the special effects makeup artist that came in studio. And we were supposed to have J-Rod. I don't know if he got in freaking sidetrack or something, but he's supposed to be on the show. We were going to go ahead and talk about the makeup. But I have a little slide of what happened last week. And yeah, she was definitely a great guest, showing step by step how she's able to use many typical props, just like paper towels, and kind of crunch it up to give it sort of like that distressed look, so it seems like your skin is peeling.
She was good.
She really came together to make that appearance of a zombie come to life. And much props to J-Rod to allow all this makeup to be put on, because it's definitely a major task when you have that throughout the entire program and applying it and so forth. And I was asking, are you comfortable? And he said, it's kind of burning me up, but I'm cool. So overall, it was definitely a fun show. And yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick recap on it. Joe.
Yeah, no, she was awesome. I really like her spirit. I like the way she really applied herself, and how she took her dream, what she liked to do, and actually created multiple schools with it. I think it's like 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has 4 schools, and she's created all of them. And not only that, she does like Halloween parties, weddings, anything.
Dude, that'd be the bomb costume, though.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
And and then we went through the interview, but the interview, she was actually doing the process, and we were kind of just shooting out questions the whole time. So yeah, she's really cool. I can't wait to have her back so we can really get more in depth.
Yeah, getting to that interview, she was really comfortable multitasking, because it's like you're asking me a question. It's like, motherfucker, I'd rather stop and answer it properly or freaking do the other thing. And she was doing both, and I was pretty amazed, because having a person in front of you, you got to be a little technical about it. You don't want to mess up. You don't want to poke them in the eye or anything. It was pretty dope for her to do that.
Yeah,
Kind of similar, I guess, to like a hairstylist. You know, they can always talk, and they're asking you questions while they're doing your hair. That's cool, though, man.
Yeah. So definitely, if you guys didn't check that out, go to theslamshow.com or theslamshow.tv for that replay. And this week, my DJ spots are Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo over at Milo's in Concord, and my usual spot over at Farrington's on Thursday night. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break and be back with our topics of the evening, sponsored by Dickies in Pleasant Hill. Everyone hang tight.
Migraine headaches, or any other health issues. It might be your back telling you it's time for an adjustment. Come check out the New Health Chiropractic Center in Concord. We restore the curvatures of the spine to bring you back to good health and wellness. Our specialists will provide a full examination and x-rays for free. Just mention the Slam Show. Call now for an appointment at 925-759-9722 or online at thenewhealthcc.com. In order to transform your health, you have to try something new. The New Health Chiropractic Center.
Weekends you want to spend with family, friends, doing stuff that you love. You don't want to spend weekends looking for a new car, burning through weekend after weekend on the hunt. Instead, you got to check TrueCar and the TrueCar mobile app. In 5 minutes, TrueCar's app not only lets you build the car that you want, it tells you what others paid for it and lets you lock in guaranteed savings, usually over $3,000 less than MSRP. So get your weekends back at the car you want without stressing over overpaying. Save time, save money, and never overpay. Download the TrueCar app today.
What are you doing?
I'm turning this hedge into a dolphin-shaped topiary.
But this house isn't yours. In fact, I just showed it to you.
Oh, I'm gonna buy it.
Softly confident.
Well, I am an excellent candidate for a home loan. I pulled an 809 FICO score at Experian.com, so getting a mortgage is merely a formality. What do you think I should do with this other hedge? A giraffe?
Get your credit swagger on. Become a member of Experian Credit Tracker and find out your FICO score powered by Experian. FICO scores are used in 90% of credit decisions.
I'm a mid-century architectural wonder. A house made entirely of glass. So you can imagine my fright when giant pieces of hail started falling from the sky. Did I mention I'm made entirely of glass? Everyone was running here, running there, trying to get out of the house. But what am I to do? I am the house.
Your house can't protect itself. That's why the Geico Insurance Agency helps make it easy to switch and save on homeowners insurance. You could save even more when you combine your homeowners with an existing auto insurance policy. Call Geico, go to geico.com, or visit your local office.
Are you living with pain? So was Lisa, a brave Marine wounded in Iraq.
After surviving an explosion, I was on horrible painkillers. I tried 1 hour pain relief, and now I'm pain-free all day without dangerous side effects. And it works in less than 1 hour.
Try it free for 1 week and pay only the shipping with no automatic shipments. Call 800-500-1810 right now or visit onehourpainrelief.com. That's 800-500-1810. 800-500-1810.
Who did you let down today? If you're drinking too much or doing too many drugs, you probably let a whole bunch of people down. And I bet you're not sleeping very well either. Well, we can help you at the Detox Hotline. Let us be your recovery concierge. And don't think this is just another treatment ad. I promise you, we are different. We'll put you in a luxury-like getaway where our painless detox process will fix your addiction problem. And in no time at all, you'll get your life and your sleep back. Painless Detox is here, and our recovery concierge service will work with your insurance company to maximize your coverage. We are different. Let us help you break your addiction to drugs and alcohol before it's too late. Take 5 minutes of your time and call right now. I promise it will change your life. 800-885-2600. 800-885-2600.
Geico Motorcycle presents Reflections from the Road.
Let me tell you, the road is a much more relaxing place since I switched to Geico Motorcycle Insurance and started saving money. With that taken care of, now I can think about deep, important things. Like how come it's a pair of pants when there's only one of them? A real brain teaser. But hey, at least saving money with Geico Motorcycle is as easy as pie. What does that mean, anyway?
Geico Motorcycle Insurance. See how much you could save.
Do you need working capital for your business? Don't wait months for the bank approval. Get the cash you need today at businessloanstoday.com. Even if you've been turned down from a local bank, at businessloanstoday.com, we provide alternative financing to retailers, restaurants, hotels, contractors, auto mechanics, and hundreds of other businesses. Unlike banks, our unique financing services are flexible, with repayment plans tailored to meet your needs. There's no collateral required, and loans are not based on your personal credit score. The only requirement is that you've been in business at least 1 year and have sales of over $20,000 per month. Getting the cash your business needs is easy. Just fill out our simple application and we'll customize your financing to fit your needs. Then, within 24 hours after approval, your funds are available up to $250,000. Thousands of business owners are turning to alternative financing instead of standard banks. The application only takes a few minutes, so call Business Loans today at 800-669-9801 and see what you qualify for. That's 800-669-9801. 800-669-9801.
Yes, welcome back to the Slam Show. This is the topic segment sponsored by Dickies in Pleasant Hill. Props out to Sherry, Matt, all the staff there at that location. You guys kick ass, and man, we can't wait to dive into it. Did you guys have already a taste?
I love Dickies.
I did good.
Not yet, but I'm craving for them rolls, man.
Dude, I had like 3 of those.
Those rolls are
three.
Dude, I eat a lot of rolls. I'm sorry.
Ben Davies.
They were really good.
Hey, I'm right there with
only
you.
2 rolls, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, my girlfriend, she's like, man, your family eats a lot of bread. And I'm like, yeah, like, bread's the bomb. I can't.
Bread and water.
Yeah, that's it. Right?
That's it.
It's like Jesus.
Exactly.
The food of Jesus, yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's all you need to survive, ladies and
Some
gentlemen.
wine, maybe.
Well, usually I'm a sourdough bread kind of guy, but those rolls, man, at Dickies, I don't know what they put, what kind of butter they put on it, man, but it's...
Man, we're going to have to hide it from you because it'll be all gone.
Yeah. I want that recipe,
Yeah,
man.
try it there.
That's pretty good.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and kick off the topic segment with everyone's hot topic. This past weekend, we had the so-called fight of the century, Manny Pacquiao against Floyd Mayweather. It went the distance, and Mayweather ended up winning the decision, 12 rounds, and I watched the fight beginning to end.
Me too.
I'm sure a lot of people witness what they felt was either a lot of questionable point additions or just flat out a lackadaisical effort by Pacquiao. Whichever the case, at the end of the day, Mayweather is still champion and boxing still sucks. And from what everyone witnessed, this pretty much is the nail in the coffin when it comes to boxing, and that's why UFC, MMA in general, is just destroying the competition, and that's it. If you just have great cardio, you could win every fucking boxing match on the planet. That's it. You just learn how to block, punch it here and there, and run around. You won the match.
Isn't it like
Plain and
$100
simple.
too? Like $100?
It was $99 for the HD freaking pay-per-view. So, guys, I don't know what to say because everyone's going back and forth. Sometimes there's a little racial tension involved. I don't want to get into it, but the fight wasn't what everyone expected. If you are a Floyd Mayweather fan, you understand that what he did is what he usually does. And it doesn't matter if it's freaking Manny Pacquiao or freaking Mike Tyson. That's how he's going to fight, and that's how he gets his wins, plain and simple. And as I before mentioned, boxing is done because if that's what it is, where you could just go ahead and accumulate points by just hitting here and there and dodging for the rest of the freaking rounds, then I'm just done. I'm over with.
It's like wrestling.
Yeah, because I remember the first 2 or 3 rounds, Pacquiao had some flurries where he was going at it and everyone's going nuts. Oh shit, knock him out, knock him out. But that's just a facade because half the punches Mayweather was blocking and they don't score anything. You don't get any points from those blocks. It just looks good. It looks good to the audience. Everyone starts standing up in the front row. Oh, get him, get him. But at the end of the day, you have 7 more rounds that you have to kind of get those points up. Man, Mayweather is just an expert at that balancing act, and that's why he's undefeated.
Yep.
And there's not much you can say about it. Let's go around the studio and get everyone's opinion on the fight of the century. Blah. Joe, come on.
Yeah, man, it was everything I expected it to be, honestly. If Pacquiao didn't show up aggressively. I saw that throughout the fight, and yeah, I just knew from once it got to the 4th round that it wasn't gonna be that, because he was already exhausted by then, in a sense. And then I knew Mayweather. He's just been a defensive fighter. He's very elusive. And that's what he's always been, and he was going to continue to do that, and I knew that was going to happen. I put money down on Pacquiao because it was already something I had. If that fight ever happened, it was already one of those kind of bets. I was like, shit.
It was a heart bet. Believe me, it's out. It's a heart bet.
I was like, fuck.
Now, did you put a lot down?
I put enough. And
what's enough?
To work a night shift. I don't work night shifts, but I picked up a couple night shifts this weekend. And the fight itself, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, and can't really say too much than what everybody else on the web is saying. And
exactly,
he made $80 million, he made $200 million, and that's the end of the story. Yeah, everybody made their money.
It's a wrap
for one fight. Holy
one fight. Yeah, highest grossing fight ever.
Crazy
sporting event.
And I'm not saying boxing is over. I mean, there's still a lot of upcoming fighters that they're going to start showing up, especially after this. They're going to be like, nah, boxing isn't out, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, yeah, once these 2 are out, you're going to see these up-and-comers come and start taking some fucking names, man. It's going to be crazy.
Well, name some up-and-comers right now.
I like Donaire. Donaire's going to be really good, man, especially coming back from a Filipino background, and, everybody's going to be looking for him for some kind of redemption for the people of Philippines. Right. And I feel like he's going to show up. He's been doing a lot of good training. I've been watching him. A couple other amateur fighters that I know that aren't in the boxing circuit, the pro boxing circuit, but in amateur are actually about to transition.
Andre Ward is undefeated still, too.
Andre Ward is still undefeated as well. And, and I like watching the heavyweights, too. I watched the heavyweight fight last week. And
okay. So you're sticking with it regardless.
Yeah, I love boxing.
Okay, cool.
Mayweather outboxed Pacquiao. That's hands down. He outboxed him.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
In the term box.
Yeah.
AKA run and duck.
If Pacquiao would have stuck to his guns and stepped with the whole mentality he had, the whole game plan he had, he would have won. He didn't.
Okay. Mike Hill.
Yeah. Well, first off, I like how you use the words racial tension because really quickly, just to backtrack to the wedding, with everything that was going on with out in Baltimore, they were supposed to play the Rays in Baltimore over the weekend, but with everything going on, they had to move the series to Tampa.
That's right.
So the Orioles stayed at the same hotel that we stayed at for the wedding, and Manny Machado bought my cousin lunch. How cool is that, right? All-star third baseman for the Baltimore Orioles. And my auntie kind of shit on him at one point because we're big Giants fans, and she was like, "Oh, you guys are black and orange like the San Francisco Giants world champs." But
nice.
Yeah. She was like getting on her phone like, "Oh, Buster, you're so sweet," like acting like she was talking to Buster Posey. But
oh man, she went all the way.
She went all the way. She had a little drink, but back to the fight. We were actually at her house. She ordered the fight, so it was still $100 in Florida too. And
That's her shit.
Yeah, right. Everything else is cheaper in Florida, but not the fight. But you know, I felt bad. I mean, hell, I kind of felt for Pacquiao at the end when he's like, I still thought I won the fight because, in a sense, I mean, you know, he did all he could, and I think there has to do. I don't think boxing's over. But I would like to see there be some kind of limit to the hugging. You know, like you can only hug 5 times to get yourself out of trouble. If you hug again throughout a match, then you're disqualified. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd shouldn't be able to hug anytime he gets backed up against the ropes. You know, and even when he did hug, he's not supposed to be able to get those quick jabs into Manny's side like that, like he was doing every time. So you know, I mean, he in a term he did technically win the fight, but you know. I feel for Pacquiao, man. I wish if it would really, you know, it was a situation where they both could have went at it. And then, of course, you hear in the news today that Pacquiao saying that he had the dislocated shoulder or whatever for 3 to 4 weeks. You know, they always got to come out with something afterwards for some excuse for why they couldn't perform at their best. But yeah, no, I don't think boxing's over. Just like Joe said, Andre Ward's undefeated. He's been trying to make his name, you know, get some pay-per-view fights. You know, he did its damage in the Olympics a couple years ago out the Bay Area. He's a good fighter. I'll tell you what, that Lomachenko guy was pretty impressive in the undercard fight too. The first undercard, he dominated Rodriguez. So who knows? That might be another name to look out for. You know, that other undercard fight wasn't that impressive between Santa Cruz and Cayetano or something. But I mean, give Cayetano props. He had some heart, but. I was impressed by. I was
he
impressed.
Was taking them shots.
Yeah,
bro.
I was impressed.
He could really take a hit.
Yeah, I was. The fact that he's still standing after 12 rounds, you know. But Lomachenko, I think, really impressed me in that first undercard fight. So, we'll see, though, man. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, is the rematch gonna happen?" Probably not. But I'm just glad that it did happen. You know, I wish it would have happened 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think Pacquiao would have definitely won that fight 6 years ago. But you know, Floyd's a strategist. He knows what the money, you know, he knows everything about money, and he knew that if he prolonged the fight, he can make the more money off it, and he can win more easier. So more props to him. You know, I mean, he's undefeated for a reason.
Yep.
But man, I wish the fight would have happened 6 years ago, but I'm glad that it finally did happen. Hell, just to get all those doubts. Remember Truth never thought it would happen. Remember the first time I met him, he's like, that fight's never going to happen.
I really wanted him to come on tonight, but he didn't ever respond.
He's probably still heartbroken, man. I mean, come on, the guy.
He's probably still
he is Philippine news, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So
I wonder how the Filipinos were out there. I know that like they were having reports saying like the families had to be on ration in the Philippines. They couldn't use too many of their appliances because it was going to be like a big power outage or something. What? Because the whole nation was going to be watching the fight.
Shit, Pacquiao's about to be president, man.
You know, one last take though. I did think
40 million.
I didn't think it was going to be that much of a Manny crowd though. Like I understand the differences between the two, and where Floyd is really unliked because of things that have gone off the boxing ring, and of course Manny's persona. But I didn't think it was going to be that heavy of a Manny crowd compared to a Floyd crowd in his home arena.
Yeah,
that was pretty amazing.
Oh, dude, there's hella Filipinos in Vegas.
Yeah. I don't know the Filipino culture, but if you tell me that, there
you go, man. Now you know, Michael. Cha-cha.
Cha-cha. Is that Filipino for some?
Yeah. I'm just blowing out freaking shit out of my mouth right now. Tara, so did you watch the fight, or you have anything to say about this?
No, I didn't watch the fight. I don't really, that whole violence thing,
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I can, feel it. I don't know. And plus, they just dance around, hug each other, and, love on each other. And But
love
Mayweather's
on each other.
cute.
What?
Mayweather's pretty cute, but he's really short.
But you know he's a woman beater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you
you
see that big old ring he bought his like fiance or whatever?
Okay.
He was on oh my gosh, what's that Rod Deerdick show? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Ridiculousness.
Yes, I love that. He was on there and he had like that big old bag of money and the girl had that big old I was like, damn.
His kids looked exactly like him in the face, too.
Yeah, like freaking clones and shit.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That sucked though.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Frankie.
Oh, the fight? Yeah. Man, I mean, my sister was getting married that day, so the bottom of the list. But honestly, I was never. It was so hyped up, and it was a fight that it should have happened 5 years ago, like the homie said over here. And I knew it was gonna go 12 rounds. I knew it was gonna be, and I didn't think Pacquiao was gonna win, even though I'd like him to win.
Yeah.
He's a likable dude, and Mayweather's so cocky. But I would check in because they had it on the iPad in like one of the reception rooms. And, every time it was just hugging. And I'm like, here we go,
Hugfest.
man. And Mayweather, though, he, like you said, he's a strategist, man. He's like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to run away, throw a couple jabs, score some points, hug it out, duck it out, and then score some more points. And that's what he did. And he scored the points he needed, and it was all good. And I always love hearing Pacquiao talk after the fights. I think I should have won. And, you want to look. He talks like that, but you want it's likable. You're
Dude,
like,
you do a hell of a good impression. Continue.
I want to like you.
I want to like you.
Is that part of your show?
Do it like all the time.
No. That's not part of my show. But he's such a likable dude, man. So you kind of feel for him. But then, I saw him post a picture today of I think it was today. He posted it. He has the cast on.
Yeah.
He's trying to. I don't know. So it's like, man, you're trying to milk the whole. Oh, my shoulder was at the place. I wasn't at my potential, But
that's exactly how he would say.
But it's like the homie said over here. I think of the fight. I think Mayweather was definitely legitimately scared of losing to Pacquiao 5 years ago, But there was that whole steroids thing and this and that.
There was always something.
Yeah, there was always something, and I think it was just it should have happened a while ago, and it was overhyped, and it kind of came out to be what I thought it was gonna be. Go 12 rounds, and everybody's gonna be like upset about something, this and that, but. I think it's good for boxing that fight is out of the way now, though.
Right.
Because now, now.
Did you see some of those memes though? Those memes were funny. The two was
Beyonce one. The Beyonce one's hella funny.
I like the one where they put Floyd's face on Roadrunner and Pacquiao on the Wile E. Coyote.
Oh, dude, there's one of them like in a hugging thing, and somebody like superimposed them into it's like a quinceañera or something where people are slow, everybody's slow dancing around, and then they're in the middle just saying,
exactly. Dude, I can't believe they made that much money off one fight.
Yeah, I mean,
$130,000 per second.
I'm telling you guys.
$100 a freaking show or whatever.
That was amazing when he pulled that one out and brought $130,000 per second.
I mean, what?
That's crazy, man.
It's crazy. Man. Think about that.
How long did you? How many shits did you take on that? How many seconds was that? Imagine we get paid for that.
Man, too many.
That was exactly what that was.
I wish I would have got paid for them shits.
I think somebody called it a business transaction.
My God.
That whole fight was just a business transaction.
Pretty much. I mean, we're over here talking about these memes and they're clowning the fuck out of them. They're hugging and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they are stacked.
Super
stacked. I mean, you're talking about
like a billionaire, bro.
And that fight didn't start till midnight in Florida, bro. Midnight.
That's right.
We had to stay up hella late for that fight, man.
Wow.
Drink that Red Bull.
Everybody in the Philippines got a new pair of Nikes this morning.
Yeah, you saw how much he dropped?
Nikes.
You saw how much he dropped?
He did, though. He did.
Yeah,
he
40
did.
million.
Yeah. It was 40 million?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gave him 40 million, man. He gives love back, man. He's a good
$40
dude.
million.
Hey,
Let's take like one.
Quinones. Mikey Nike, brother.
Wow.
He is a diehard.
That's all the way right there. That's some dedication.
Can you believe that? Tattoo, Nike.
Tattoo.
We all make mistakes. But
Oh!
I have some of them all over.
Hey, this will never be a mistake. I love this one. Always.
Just do it.
There you go.
So how's your shoe collection then?
Yeah.
It's nice, man. I mean, it's every time I come on the show, I'm always Nike down, man. The watch, the shorts.
He's a freaking Nike fashion show.
He sponsors Nike.
It's good.
Hey, man.
My shoe. I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing I noticed on you when I came into the studio, man.
Oh, you like it? What kind of
Yeah.
shoes you got?
Always.
I noticed the homie
He checks
Cocoon
out
shirt.
everyone from head to toe.
From toe to head.
Oh, okay.
I go from toe to head first.
Okay.
I'm looking at the shoes.
Right.
Tells a lot about a person.
You get tatted by him or no?
No,
Or is he one of the homies?
I got tattoos, but yeah, from another homie, but
no Nike.
No Nike switches. My sister's a tattoo artist, actually. So
okay, the one in SF, right?
Yeah.
The one that got married.
Yep.
Okay. The only sister.
Yeah.
That's tight.
The only sister. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Andrea, we cannot hear you if you keep talking anyways. I can hear like a little bit.
Look, she wants to chime in and then she goes and hides. Oh, yeah. That's
we have our audience here. So just letting her know we cannot hear except like, what? We're hearing something in the background. So guys, at the end of the day, the two gentlemen that fought the so-called fight of the century are stacked, and we just have to create memes, and I still believe that boxing is done. There you go. There you go. All right, moving on to our next topic. Check this out, guys. 2 weeks ago, there was a very unique event held over in Oakland, the very first Mac Dre-themed art show. Yes, put together by Thiz Entertainment. The show featured artwork from many Bay Area artists and abroad, depicting the late rapper in a unique form, whether it's certain types of murals, framed prints, shoes, airbrush, stuff like that. And I have a little bit of the sample of the artwork here on the slideshow up on screen. And
that's very cool.
Yeah, really dope stuff. Unfortunately, there was such a great turnout that the event had to be shut down early due to crowd control issues. But the paintings and so forth are still available. You could go over to the speaker box in Oakland and check out some of the great artwork that's available for sale. But overall, man, he's well deserving because Mac Dre, I'll be honest with you, when I need the crowd to come to life, you just play any Mac Dre track in the club, and everyone comes to life. And you're talking about someone has been gone for over 10 years. And his music still stands even with the younger generation.
Yeah,
the
and that across the nation, man, not just the Bay Area. You know, I've been in other places they put Mac Dre on it, and I'm like, oh, everybody knows it. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Exactly, and he's just so iconic, and it doesn't surprise me that people have gone out of their way to create sort of a comic book persona with Mac Dre. Right. And you've seen the bobbleheads and stuff. You could just go on eBay, type in Mac Dre memorabilia. Yep, I used to have one of those. And he also has his crazy nicknames: Ronald Reagan, Thizzle Washington, Bill Clinton. Can you guys name some?
Thizzle Washington is one of my favorites.
Thizzle Washington. You got Dre Simpson. You got
Genie the Lamp.
Yeah, Al Boo Boo.
That's right.
You got what's his name? He said Thizzle Washington already.
Yeah. When he had like those golf pets on the album cover.
That's right. That's right.
Sammy Davis Jr. I think he
that's right.
We got a bunch of them, man.
Yeah. So overall,
Furl.
So during Mac Dre's existence, he's just put together such a great identity. Not just making music, but just culturally making an impact. And it's just great that people recognize it, being able to put on this art show. And I'm just freaking astonished why we haven't seen a Mac Dre sort of movie yet. And hopefully a documentary is in the works, because this man, he is still freaking an icon in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, man. He's a whole
TV.
movement.
Check
he's
it out.
A whole movement.
I was going to say.
those Trill TV videos are hilarious. And we get them designer drugs.
and those are hard to find, too, right now.
Pull up to the spot and get your shit to the legit way.
The best is like when that one chick's getting matched on and the other people leaving. Bloop, that's not your boy.
Yes.
What is she doing?
Yeah, so overall, there's a lot of people that want to make the Mac Dre culture just thrive on any level, and I'm very excited about this. And it's just amazing. As you were talking about, Frankie, in your travels, when they play Mac Dre, it doesn't matter if it's here in the Bay, L.A., it just works.
Yeah,
it
works, man.
Transcends, man.
He's just an amazing person for somebody to have that much, to put out that much energy. He doesn't have to be there. He just like projects that much energy and positivity. He's such a colorful dude. You know what I mean? Like you said, he's like comic book kind of character.
Yeah.
Like he just makes you feel good, man. And like even when his jams come on, the club could be whack or it's like you put a Mac Dre song on and it's like everybody's like you know.
Exactly.
It's like, that's dope, man. That's like
Get the pearly goats.
people wish they could do that, man. He's just like he's an amazing person, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. I remember we were over in Brentwood, Uptown, and I dropped it, and I think you guys, Michael and Joe Time, you guys were freaking I dropped the Mac Dre track and you guys just went nuts.
They were dancing together.
Yeah, we were. I think we were doing the hood dance together, man.
Yeah.
Friends.
And you have to do it
Say
together.
that all serious. No, we were, man. Yeah,
we were,
man.
He made it okay for guys to kind of get their groove on and not like in some weird way.
Right,
It was
right,
just
yeah,
like
'cause
it was just a good
When
vibe.
girls dance with each other, it's all good. But
Yeah.
a couple dudes, if it's not Mac Dre, you're just dancing and say, "Hey, man, what are those dudes doing?"
Right.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird.
You're
like,
out there like this, like dudes, you know, it's all good. Like, oh yeah, they're just getting their chisel out. It's all good.
Exactly. If you're playing some Madonna and two guys are like, oh, all right. So, Mac Dre's influence on you guys. Anyone wants to chime in besides Frankie?
Mac Dre's influence on me transcended through everything throughout my adolescence, man. It's crazy. Really just made a lot of friends through him. A lot of my experiences with drugs and alcohol was through him.
I'll second that.
Yeah, because I mean, at its peak, I was listening to Mac Dre when I was like 13, going until he passed. I mean, you know, I've been with the Thiz Nation for a while, and I've been over with Bay Area music, but for the most part, going into comedy. That was a big thing because his energy was something that I wanted to kind of have on stage, like have that essence of like really not caring. That was like in the beginning stages. Like that was the only way I could really just get on stage and perform was to have like the I don't give a fuck attitude in a sense.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know,
To do that.
whatever, you know, just feel good now type thing. And you know, that's always been good for me to do even outside of comedy, like going out to new places, really just having that feel good thing, and you get that vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's something that everybody got from the Bay Area around that time as well. And I feel like people you see from the Bay, or when people ask about somebody from the Bay, or like, oh, you're from the Bay Area, and then that essence is what kind of like is being emulated, as opposed to like, oh, Bay Area Giants, Niners, right?
This movement,
but it's like, oh yeah, like that hyphy, you know, that area, that hyphy movement actually came from Mac Dre. You know what I'm saying? All that retro stuff, everything that's happening now is Mac Dre. You know what I'm saying? That's his essence. That transcended into what we're listening to today. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, he was way before his time. You know how people say, oh, these artists are before their time. He was the trendsetter of today.
Yep.
He would actually be on a whole different level today. And
Oh man,
Agreed.
I wonder what he would be doing today.
Yeah,
Well, that's kind of what we always wonder. I mean, for me, I know he was big when I was in high school, but for me, I didn't really start catching attention to Mac Dre till I got into college at Sac State and, you know, smoking a lot of weed and partying all the time.
Were you
And-
a
Come on,
good
man,
kid
come.
in high school?
Yeah, I was a good
Yeah.
kid in high school, man. I
I
was
can tell.
I was a good kid in high school, but college I let loose and have some fun. And man, I mean, you know, just the way that he went about his rapping too. Like, first off, his flow pattern was just always on point. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like how
Always on point.
always on point. Like Ludacris is kind of always on point. You know exactly when it's coming. And with Mac Dre, you knew when it was coming, but you might not known exactly what lines were coming because he kept it so fresh, man. Like the rhymes that he would pull out were like, it was like a comedian rapping, you know, he would bust out and making a salami sandwich or something in a track, and you'd be like, what? Like, like his catchphrases and his punchlines
demeanor
they were so, I mean, they were just unlike anything I'd ever heard before in my life, and
unique in every sense of the word. Like any song, it's a different flow tempo.
Yeah,
it wasn't like his rapping over different songs.
some
It
of
was
them are
like
the same.
his. It was just his. Like, whatever the song was, he was going with it.
You could damn near put his shit to almost like a Tupac. You could put his things to
I love
everything,
Tupac. He's like-
and it would come out immaculate. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he was way ahead of his time. He was kind of the party rapper. That's what I always claimed him as. Like, you know, like Lil Wayne thinks that he's a party rapper and all that, but believe me, like how you're kind of thinking right before I started talking. Like, imagine if he was still here by now. Like people would have like. As it was, he was already starting to get there. But if he really would have got big, like everyone probably would have been on Thiz, and like the whole nation would have been going through it, not just the Bay Area, like because he was just that party rapper, you know. Like everyone would have been.
He was more than a
getting
party
on
rapper.
it.
He had great stories.
Yeah,
bro.
he was a
could
very
tell
great storyteller.
Amazing
Yeah.
stories.
Like, you know.
Yeah, no, he was.
Check out Back to My Mission if you don't know what I'm talking
And
about.
I had this really cool computer background that was like a comic of like all these different things that represent the Bay Area, like the Transamerica Building, BART, Mac Dre going like this. It was like kind of like a collage of stuff. It was really cool, man. But
there you go.
Great music.
Yeah. Again, if you want to pick up some of the Mac Dre artwork, it's going to be over at the Speaker Box in Oakland. And and I believe many part of the proceeds are going to go to the Mac Dre family as well.
Nice.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. And I have a little picture here, and I'm going to direct this to Tara. Be careful when taking selfies, especially
is that a camel hump?
When you decide to show your assets next to the Giza pyramids. Porn star Carmen De Luz.
What the heck? How name is that?
Carmen De Luz?
Posted this pics on her Instagram, and this alerted Egyptian officials about indecency laws that she may have broken. The Antiquities Minister is possibly referring the case to a public prosecutor, and this is some real shit. So as you can tell, it is pretty hot. She is not butt naked. She's wearing a very
She's
thin.
butt naked.
No, there's a thong there.
Oh.
There's a thong there.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
On a camel.
Oh, like her butt is naked. That's the legitimate definition of butt naked.
She's wearing assless flower pants. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what I was looking like too.
So, Tara, would you pull something like this over at any type of spiritual or historic monument?
Yeah, 'cause it's disrespectful. I mean, like.
You said yeah.
I mean, look at it. Like, I don't
You said
know.
you wouldn't, or you said you would?
I would pull it. Wait, what?
Oh, come back down to earth.
I'm like, oh
come
my
back
God,
to earth.
I know. I'm like,
Come to earth because we're not making sense here. Yes or no? Would you do it?
Would I do that?
Yeah, that picture.
I would
Okay.
not do that.
Yeah, I was like,
For one, I don't have a butt, so it would just look not like that.
How do you know?
I don't have a butt.
But if you kind of pop it out, angle it.
I think everyone that could curve in that way will have sort of a
It's just
buttish
the
angle.
whole pants like down to here thing is kind of weird. So if I did do it, it wouldn't be like that.
Okay.
That's-
What
I mean-
type of picture would you take?
Maybe like a sexier one, like you have to kind of not just like sitting on a camel with your pants like to your knees.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know, I'm sorry.
Okay, question. What if it was your breast, not your butt?
No. Well, no. You shouldn't do that around the. You shouldn't do that around the little. Egyptian thing,
So no way, no how.
No.
Bad news.
No way, no how.
Yeah.
No.
Because apparently
No.
some people have tried to do some type of like indecent shot like that, and they got arrested and went through a full freaking court case
Wow.
with it, because there's some historic value there, and you do not want to tamper with that.
So the soldiers that saw her didn't want to stop her, probably.
They've probably seen your videos.
Something like that.
Maybe go along.
I've been waiting to see that ass.
Yeah. In person,
Well, just think about it like this. With this day and age where everyone has a cell phone, they could go ahead and take pictures on the fly immediately. Hey, you got to be kind of conscious about your surroundings, because you don't know what you're taking in front
Kid
of.
was in my picture the other day.
What? What's up?
I took a selfie the other day, like in my bathing suit, and like I sent it to my friend Lisa, because I'm like, hey, and she's all, you might want to crop your lily out of there.
There was a
kid on my bed, yeah.
Okay.
My daughter. It's kind of odd, but I thought.
Hey, that's hella funny, because that's like one of those
So I'm like,
shots
dang,
that
that's a
people.
good picture. I just need to like if I got her out
Yeah,
there.
that's your kid in the background.
I had clothes on though.
Trying to be
so-
all cute and Douglas.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
looking-
at least it wasn't like a stripper with a kid in the background or anything like that.
Well, you've seen some of those
It was like a
freaking.
sexy shot you were doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
trying.
You kind of have the little homies
Yeah.
back there.
And the baby's all sleeping on my bed. I'm like, okay, well. It's kind of, yeah.
So just real quick, going around the studio, Joe, are you kind of conscious when you're taking selfies about like your background or anything, or is like just do it?
I
Fuck it.
rarely take selfies.
Yeah.
And the only selfies I take is personal selfies, man.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is, in a situation like that, I'd have somebody else take it for me.
Doesn't somebody else?
I'd probably
take
do that. You know.
It looks like,
You
I mean,
know,
how did she? Somebody else has
No,
to.
I know what you're saying. Like,
Okay.
would I be disrespectful in
Yeah.
that kind of sense? No.
Yeah.
I consider myself very grounded when it comes to spirituality, especially if I'm in a place like that, in holy grounds, if anything. And I really take in the essence of the moment.
So you think that's totally in bad taste on her part?
It really depends on her intention. If her intention was not to be that and it was just to be whatever she is, and
let her butt breathe because it's so damn hot there.
You know what I mean? If that's her situation, if that's what she felt inspired to do at that time, fucking do it.
Okay.
If there's consequences that follow that, you better go ahead and take those consequences.
That's right.
And you better go ahead and just follow what their laws are, because that's the law.
There you go.
If I want to drink and drive and I feel good doing that, I'm gonna do that. But if I get pulled over and thing, I'm gonna have to go through the protocols.
and you are going through it right now, personally.
So
I've been there, so don't worry.
So it just is what it is. I mean, you know what your situation is, and if she got away with it, she got away with it. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
Okay. Cool. Michael, real quick.
Like Joe, man, I don't take a lot of selfies. If I take them, it's because I'm taking one with my girl, and the rule is waist up, right? So you would never see.
There's a rule, honey. Waist up only.
Well, waist up, so you never see. Well, I would never do anything like that out in public, man. I don't care if it's like a isolated desert. It's still public, unless you're in your own domain. You're still public, man. So I would never do anything like that.
Okay, Frankie.
All right. Yeah, man. I'm not. And I mean, I like it. She has a nice ass, but.
All right, let me put it back up since you brought it up. There you go. More nice ass.
I just don't know.
Look at that ass.
What her I mean, unless maybe she had like a sweaty ass, like maybe it's her
swamp ass.
Yeah, she had the
swamp ass
taint.
is real.
It was like, I need to let it breathe. Then I can understand that. But come on, like, I want my ass exposed in front of the pyramids. Like, it seems a little selfish to me and a little bit.
And then to post it.
Like, come on, man. This is like a sacred thing that worldwide. You know, and to post it like, look at my ass in front of the pyramids. It's like, all right, get over yourself, girl. Come on.
Yeah. I agree.
But again, like I said, like I'm all.
But I'll still hit that.
Like I've always said, I'm for freedom of speech and freedom of action for sure. If you do that, but always know that there's consequences on those actions and on your speeches.
Right.
So I mean, if you stand by whatever you do, if you stand by whatever you say, you're gonna have to go through the motions.
Prepared.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Be in jail in Egypt or wherever they're
right.
Well said. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, and all you guys that like to take selfies, make sure that you don't have any historic relics in the background, because you might get a letter to go to court.
Oh my God.
And you're screwed.
In another country.
There we go. In another country.
Yeah.
You gotta show up to that court.
You're gonna get lashings on that.
You're gonna get stoned. Not the good stone. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick music break and be back with our special guest, Frankie Quinones from Compton. And speaking of Mac Dre, we have a little Mac Dre here for you to go into the break. We'll be right back here on the Slam Show.
Ooh-wee.
Listen up, I'm about to get dope. It ain't nothing but some shit I wrote about a young brother deep in the game. They call me Mac Dre and I'm keeping the name. I sport Nike shoes, I got a mic to use to talk bad about suckers. I don't like the fools. Down and dirty about spitting my hits, and if not, I'm getting my grits. Playing the game like it's supposed to be played, making much more than a minimum wage. Not a pimp daddy, don't drive a caddy. I just make and get all that babby Dre. You know I never slow down, smoking zesty until I'm really towed down. Walking to the party, fully perched, grab the microphone and let the mouthpiece work. I get hyped, and the game starts flowing. The girls get freaky and it starts showing. And when the party's over at the end of the night, they say, damn, Mac Dre, you ain't nothing polite, cause I'm the numero uno, can never be the dose. A Mac named Dre and I'm popping the most. 18 making raps till I'm 80 though, and too hard for the fucking radio. I'm 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 too hard for the fucking radio. My rhymes are dope, cause Mac Dre made them. They made you geek every time you played them. On your tape deck, hooked to your zap code. A little hard, but brother, I'm a Mac though. Nothing nice making raps that you wanna hear. Getting zested with my hands on a beer. I can't help it, that's what I like to do. Sloppy drunk, rapping on the mic for you. A young brother, kinda bone skinny. I take a girl to the golden penny. Get ocean. I'm in motion. I'm a Mac. I was a big ocean. But no matter what the fucking name is, nothing nice is what my game is. 18 making raps till I'm 80 though, and too hard for the fucking radio. I'm 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 too hard for the fucking radio. Come to the north side of the V, the C, the R, the E, the ST. Hit Leonard, what will be seen? 20 young niggas getting full of vein. Mr. Romper Room, and you know I am. The Mac name's Dre, so get with the program. Nothing proper, freaks will clock ya, and if there's funk, then punk will mop ya. So beware of the four-door Delta. Get your crew if you think they can help ya, and step up, but not too close, cause the crest side is popping the most. And all your girls, don't you feel left out? And to the boys, have worn that flesh out. And after that, we can still be friends though, and if not, we'll be friends with the end.
Come on, Mike Hill. Let's hear it.
Dude, I get down on my You can hear me now. I know all those rap songs.
For the fucking radio. Tell me something good. I'm too hard for the fucking radio.
I'm too hard for the fucking radio. I'm too hard for the fucking radio.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Romper Room.
I just wish I had an afro, man, with the pick.
Did you just say you wish you had an afro with a pick?
Yeah.
Like,
I want one in the worst way, dude. That's like one of the top 3 things I've always wanted was like
on your bucket list, right? Have an afro with a pick in it.
What's crazy is I could grow an afro.
I wanted an afro so bad, dude. You know, like
too much.
All I would just end up with is a lot of hair, like hippie style, you know. But like
That's what I wish I could fucking grow, right?
No, you don't, bro. I want an afro so bad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get that for Mike Hill for Christmas. An afro with a pick in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw it on there.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Before we get into our exclusive interview segment, I forgot to plug a new DVD that myself and Sage are starring in. And actually, we have. Yeah, it's
so Tommy Lee.
It's called Forgotten Tales, and it is available on Amazon. Also, you could go to thelastdoorwayproductions.com or scattercomics.com and pick up your copy. And it's basically a independent horror flick, kind of like Tales of
horror flick.
Kind of like Tales of the Dark Side, where it's individual stories and so forth.
Yeah, I got it.
So
Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Forgotten Tales. All right, cool.
Forgotten Tales. So pick that up, and you get to see me get slashed. How's that?
Can I borrow?
Oh, no, there might be jizz on it, so I may.
Hey, do you have any speaking lines?
Yes.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
I'll show it to you guys after the show. So you're like, holy shit, this is actual freaking. Yeah. Yeah. One of those.
It's not a sex tape, guys. Freaky tales. These are the tales that we tell so well.
That's part 2.
These are the tales.
All right, guys, I have a little quick video of our special guest, and he hails from Southern California. He has roots here in the San Francisco Bay Area. He's been doing the comedy thing for quite a while, and from our resident co-host, Joe Time, said, you have to get this guy on the program. I said, anything that you say, Joe, because I know it's going to be it's highly recommended. And this gentleman has a lot of things going. He also has a monthly residence over at the Cobb in San Francisco with Chewy Gomez. Let's have a big round of applause for Frankie Quinones, everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Give you a little center view right there. There you go.
Frankie.
Nice. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, man.
How you like the program so far?
It's dope. I love it. Love the setup. It's chill. Vibes are good.
Love it. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and do a little story here. Is Andrea freaking trying to talk to us again?
Might as well give her a mic.
Andrea, just come over here and sit down.
Give her a mic.
I'm like hearing like this ghost thing. I'm like, what the fuck? It has to be her.
That's how I feel all the time. That's the guy that goes on.
Yeah, it's probably.
Oh, well, then don't fall down the stairs.
So let's go ahead and back up a little bit. How'd you get into comedy?
Ah, man. I mean, I kind of always been that dude. Like, you know, I was always that class clown, always messing around, like joking around with my family. And then, you know, I always knew I wanted to do it. And then one day I was like, all right, man, I'm going to just start hitting some open mics. I went to the Brainwash. You know, it was the first place I ever did
shout out to Tony Spots.
Stand up. Yeah, yeah. And then,
Where's that at?
It's in San Francisco.
Okay.
It's like longest running open mic. I think it's been there almost 15
Yeah,
years.
16
16
years.
16. Like 16 years, yeah.
It's on Folsom.
Yeah, it's like 7th and Folsom.
Yeah.
Right where all the strip clubs are, right?
Nah.
Oh, that's another one.
But Brainwash has turned into a strip club.
They turned into a bunch of stuff.
Sounds like it,
before.
though.
Yeah, right.
Jizz Palace.
Oh, my
Hashtag
God.
Jizz Palace.
Could you imagine? Oh my God, let's go to the Jizz Palace. Like what? What's there?
First place I ever did comedy, Jizz Palace.
It was good.
Killed it, bro.
All right, go on, sir.
Yeah. So just started doing open mics, and you know, got my first little paying gig. I think it paid like $8 and a beer or something, and I was like, yeah, man, I think I'm doing it, you know. And then it just kind of kept going from there, man. And then so yeah, it's cool. Here we are, like 8 years later, still on the grind, doing it.
Beautiful.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, as far as how everything's played out, is it everything that you've dreamed of? Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think for every comic, there's a point. I want to. You know, when you realize that it's not, you know, you don't get discovered, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a marathon, you know what I mean? And I would say about 2-3 years in is when you realize whether you want to do it or whether you want to do it or not.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people come in, like, being funny is just a small part of the stand-up comedy game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of funny people out there, but to actually be, you know, in the grind, you know, people get caught up. You have to live your life. You know, some people have kids, or some people just, you need to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to make that decision.
Right.
And, you know, I had to quit got to a point where I had to quit my 9-to-5 job that I had because it was interfering with gigs. And then, but you know you're not going to make as much money,
right,
or whatever. So you have to take that gamble. And then, so yeah, I definitely reached a point where I was like, okay, now I see what it really is.
Yeah.
You know, because in the beginning I was like, you know, I was doing good. You know, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna happen. Like, you know, I'm gonna be famous in like a year, man, or 2 years. Like, yeah. Then you kind of have to get humbled by the game, you know,
Yeah.
which is like, nah, homie, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be doing a lot of shitty bar shows for many years to come.
Yeah.
And you got some dues to pay. And then so it's like, yeah, it's great, you're funny, you could rock a room, but you know, you got to put your time in, and there's just no way around having to go through the experience. You know what I mean? So, you know, I had to humble myself and then just be like, all right, cool. And then you just, you know, you want to do things the right way, and you know, you just work on your craft, develop your craft, and then try to get yourself out there as much as you can. And you know, maybe I should be there's some, and then you start stressing on, all right, I wish I could do more, we should do this, and then, you know, and then you start throwing your own shows, and that gets stressful. So you're just trying to, in the end, you just want to be creative,
right,
and do your art and do your thing. But then you reach a point in comedy where you got to start dealing with the business side,
mm-hmm.
and then sometimes that's good, and sometimes that can be very discouraging. You know what I mean? So those whole parts, like, I wasn't thinking about that in the beginning,
right?
So you kind of come into that, and
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And like, then you got to kind of just man up, and then
so you do
put
have
your
the
work
whole
in.
program, like a publicist, agent, and all that, correct?
Yeah, I got that stuff. I mean, I don't have like a publicist, but you know, I got a manager and that kind of stuff. But
That's cool.
You still, you know, you still got to, you know, do your work. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's cool. But
so do you have
overall, I'm happy, man, because in the end, I love making people laugh. I love being on stage.
That's awesome.
And just bringing energy to the room. And a lot of times you're in a room, people, you know, because I'm not famous or anything, but you get opportunities to perform in a room full of people, 200 people.
You're
or whatever.
lightweight famous. How's that?
Yeah. Lightweight. Yeah.
Lightweight. Got that from the champ. Hashtag lightweight famous.
Right.
So, who would you call like our comedians that have inspired you?
I mean, obviously the legends are always inspiration. You know, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, guys like that. Paul Rodriguez was a big influence. He's like the first dude that looked like me. That was doing comedy on TV. He was funny, man. You know, and you know, and he's been a great help. I've toured with him, and he's reached out to me, and we're still in touch.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? And he gave me a lot of helpful advice
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So
What's the main advice he's given you? Stay humble.
it was
Fuck everyone.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
I mean, oh man, there's so much.
Jizz on everyone.
Yeah, right. Fuck whoever you can, dude.
I mean, literally.
Like,
Fuck
hey,
'em.
fake it, man. You know, hey, you know, that's like times, man.
Stick it in, whatever. See a skirt, stick it in.
Right.
Just do it.
No, he just he kind of just I guess I don't know if I want to call it advice, but he more like challenged me to just like think outside the box of just because as a comic, you know, you want to stick to a formula like set up, punch, and this and that. And he's like, show me something, man. He's like, I know you're funny, you got good energy, you know, but you know, think outside of the box, take it to the next level, you know, da da da. And I was like, all right, Paul, you know, and I'm like, to me, I'm like, he's a legend. So we're sitting in the green room, he's telling me this, and I'm like, oh gosh, okay, yeah, all right, bro, outside the box, all right, cool, you know. So but then you take that home and you're like, all right, cool. You start thinking about stuff and you know, and then you see veterans on stage that just, man, they're just able to take a performance in almost any direction they want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it takes time and experience to get to that level. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that can come in and smash a room, but a real comic, to watch them just kind of take the crowd and go any direction they want is like, it's something you
like
you
a Bob
hope to
Ross
achieve.
comedy.
Yeah. Bob Ross and comedy. I want to just go here.
I love Bob Ross.
It's like put a little tree right there.
Happy little tree.
So where do you think you're at as far as your knowledge and everything? Obviously you're never going to stop learning.
Oh yeah, no, never, man.
But as far as saying, okay, I do have the tools at the moment to really have like a Comedy Central piece and stuff like that. How do you feel that you connect with that?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I feel pretty comfortable up there, and I think I could definitely. I think I'm prepared for that. You know, there was times in the past where I'd be like, oh no, I'm ready for that, and then you're like, nah, man, you're not.
yeah.
Because you know, there's certain I don't know. There's just you have to like to do like a solid like TV performance. You got to be super polished. You know what I mean, and do things.
That's the word right there. Polished.
You gotta be polished up, man. Like you can't. It's not just a bar show. Just, hey, I'll do it. You know, you gotta be okay. Here, you gotta. But yeah, man. I don't know. I'm pretty confident up there now. And then you know, just doing shows and stuff like that. Like I'm more like you know, there's times when I used to be really nervous and stuff like that, and I still get nervous. I think once you lose the nerves, then you probably shouldn't be doing it anymore. But you know, because it's exciting. It's like you're getting on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But now I'm just more excited. You know, like when a crowd's out there, like I'm ready. I want them. Like let's do this. And then that energy just bounces everywhere, and then I love it, man. And then I'm not committed to like a scripted act anymore. Like, you know, I'll just see where it takes me. And then, you know, if it takes me into this joke, go into that joke, or I'll just start interacting with a crowd. Because sometimes the crowd is just like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like hecklers and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? Like they give you a certain type of energy that takes you a certain way or da-da-da. And then it just creates this beautiful experience for everyone, for the people in the room. And, you know, everybody's because laughter is just, man, you know, it's like, it's
healing.
It's science behind it. You know, chemicals move in humans' brains when they laugh. You know what I mean? So it's just like some people take pills for that. And you just
like a healer.
No, I'm not saying I'm a healer. I'm saying we all laugh together. So it's just a positive.
He heals with jizz.
I heal with jizz and laughter.
Hashtag jizz laughter. So, and I brought this up to Joe Time because he's obviously our co-host and resident comedian, but when it comes down to material, there's always that conscientious belief that you want to make sure that it comes from original sources and not that you're putting yourself in a plagiarism situation where you're taking stuff and someone will call you out on it. How do you go about like making sure your stuff is like straight up, no one's used it?
Right. I mean, I don't really, most of my stuff is like storytelling or comes from my family or personal experiences, but there's different types of comedy, you know what I mean? I love all kinds of comedy. There's dark comedy, there's like clever writers that are like
your comedy
character based, I would say. You know, I do like voices, tell stories about my family, so I'm like, I'm acting a lot of stuff out, facial expressions, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, but you know, comics are always trying to think of something funny. So, you know, a lot of times you'll hear comics touch on the same subjects, obviously. But unfortunately, there is the whole plagiarism thing where comics are caught, you know, doing word for word like another comic. Yeah, it's like, oh, man, that's not good for comedy. Nobody do it.
Have you ever been called out on that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, not that I know of.
Been called out on that, but you do it.
But, yeah, I mean, because most of my stuff is like I'm doing characters or telling stories of my family. So it's like if I... You know, I don't know how that could.
Yeah,
I could be
you're like, that's my family.
My mom's like, hey, you stole that from me, fool. You know, Mom, hey, shut up. You're not a comedian.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a lot of like one-liner comics and stuff like that are really dope. You know, like clever writers, and I wish I was a more clever writer. You know, but I'm trying to work on that too. There's certain areas of my comedy I'll forever be working on.
Would you ever take like ghostwriters to incorporate into your show, or do you feel that that's sort of like artificial?
I feel like it's artificial, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I know that a lot of the bigger comics, they have like, they can afford to pay like a panel of writers and stuff like that,
and they don't have time to create. It's like
so I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. I don't think that's bad. But for me right now where I'm at, like, I would be like, I don't know, man. I like kind of just living my life and then thinking of stuff like that, or just the type of comic that I am. But but I don't know if it's your homies rolling around with you all day, like your entourage, you're traveling, you're doing shows, and they're giving you ideas. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're the one that's turning it into a performance. It came from you guys hanging out with each other.
They're like,
so
hey, I give you that idea. You're supposed to pay me.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's go ahead and run it around the studio with the co-host to ask you a few questions, and let's start off with your fellow comedian, Joe Time.
Man, just honestly, I want to commend my man Frankie Quinones, man.
Oh man,
yeah, appreciate you, bro. No, he was actually one of the comics that I've seen when I started doing comedy. Cause I started doing comedy about 4 years ago. I'm in my 5th year, and I saw him at the Punchline when I did Kabir's show with Sammy and them.
Oh, nice.
And you were a part of that, and then that's when he really caught my attention. I was like, man, that fucking guy's hella funny. And then I
like
started
5 years later, I'm gonna get him on the Slam Show.
I made it.
And just seeing your progression throughout the years, man, because I followed you since then, and I just your progression, man. I'd like to commend you on that, and yeah, man, that's fucking awesome, and just to see what you've been doing with that. Couple questions would be more along the lines of, because he does characters such as like Juanita Camarita.
Saw that on YouTube.
And what inspired you to like go into that next level? I know Paul Rodriguez like thinking out the box, which I love. Paul Rodriguez, he's one of the best people to get advice from, because he will make you right. He's like right,
he's
fucking right. But with that process of thinking of that character, I mean, when you do that, do you feel more comfortable being another character than actually just being yourself, or is it kind of one and the same?
I don't know. I guess
I've never really done a character before like that. So
right, yeah, it is kind of, and to get up there dressed as a woman is a whole other thing too. It's like, I feel like, for a dude to go up there and try to be, he's like, you better be funny or else it's just weird. And it's still like more than weird, like, because I'm rocking the heels and everything. So I know, like, somebody just walks in on that, they don't know me, like, what the heck's going on, man? But I don't know, like that. I just embrace like I used to do like improv stuff like in high school, and then that's when that character was born. And then, but she was kind of on the shelf for a while, obviously. Then when I started doing comedy, I was like, I want to do it. And then like in 2008, we did a show at the Dark Room, and I busted her out, and I was like. And then I was like, I felt comfortable doing it. That's all influenced from like my, I grew up around a lot of women and Latinas and stuff like that. So, it came from that, and so, and they always made me laugh and always funny. So I kind of embraced that, and then I kind of just, I just got deeper and deeper into that character. Tapping into that inner diva, girl, damn. And then, when I'm there's sometimes when I'm up there and I'm like. Just so into character that I'm like, oh, this shit's crazy. It's like I'm just in there watching, like I'm not even, and she just takes over. But
wow,
did you borrow those clothes, or did you like buy an outfit?
Yeah, I went to Ross.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was funny because I wasn't that funny because I was in San Francisco. So they're like, okay, and they're like, they didn't know which dressing room to send me in. And I was like,
you have a dressing room just for you.
And I was like, no, I'm a comedian. This is for my show. And they're like, okay, whatever.
I hear that every day.
Stall number 5, But it's fun to do that character, man. It's just it's a good time, and then do the videos and stuff like that.
Cool.
The last one we were on Hollywood Boulevard, and I'm walking around dressed like that with like the cameras and everything.
I'll get picked up on. Oh, how much? Oh no!
It was so funny, man.
You paid for that Ross outfit though. So.
And I've seen that you've been developing a couple other characters. I've seen you post a couple on Instagram.
Yeah. I've been trying to just like
right now.
I've been There's I do another character, Pachanga, which is like the party dude.
Pachanga.
He's got like, I don't know if you ever seen him, but I do him live sometimes also. But yeah, I've been doing like these one-offs on Instagram with the hashtag the funny drop.
Yeah.
And it's just like different little characters that I go to like this costume shop by my house down in Hollywood, and it's like this mom and pop shop, and I'll go there when I got some like extra money or something, and I'll just buy like some wigs or some mustaches or whatever,
have, like, long hair,
and then just see what happens, Yeah,
that's cool, man. And then I had another question before we pass it on. So, in the level that you're at right now, what's like a goal that you have, like, you know, for the next probably 5 years? What's your next 5 years?
Ah, man. Well, the way things are going now, but I'm working on a show right now that's been getting pretty serious. But it's called My Roommate, My Friend. I don't know if you've seen it. So the guys, I'm just like a character in it. I'm one of the guys' best friends. But we got signed by Absolutely Productions in November, last November. And Absolutely Productions, they're like Tim and Eric's awesome show, Eric Andre's show, and then they do Nathan For You and The Review on Comedy Central. And they have like a few other shows. They have like 6 shows on TV, so we're like pumped to be a part of it. They have their own studios in Burbank, so we go there, and then we meet every day like at 10 to work on this thing. And they've been you know, funding the videos that we've been doing, that we've been putting online, just building up to this point where we started pitching it. And this is just this past couple weeks that we started pitching it. So now, you know, so we got some people that are interested. So like, I'm kind of like, I don't want to put my eggs in that basket, but I'm like, come on, baby, like, you know, I can get this call anytime, and I'm just like,
congratulations.
So hoping it. Well, you know, nothing's happened yet, but
the experience you're going through.
Yeah, it's definitely a
You'll still get
cool
a pause.
experience.
Hopefully, we don't jinx it.
But that's been fun, man, just to be part of that project, and it's looking good. I'm confident in it.
Yeah.
But the last one, and we have friends there that we're working on. The last one was called Burger Buddies, where it's like, you know, you can't go to McDonald's, eat by yourself. That's just sad. You know, you need a burger buddy. And our friend Christian Duguay's in it. He's the executive producer of Ridiculousness that we were talking about earlier. But he's a really good dude too. And we had another friend, Rory Scovel's, in another episode, and he's already on a couple sitcoms like Undateable and Ground Floor on TBS. So all these dudes are like motivating to be around because they're already doing it big.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it big. So, and then just working with us on this video just makes you like, you know, they make you believe
that much more real,
in yourself much more. And you're like, all right, cool. Like if they see it in us, they're already doing it. Like, you know, it's just motivation. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it makes you want to work harder and take it to the next step. And it makes you feel more prepared and just ready to do it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes show business gets crazy, it gets dark, and it can be very discouraging. But in the end, there's always good people there in any genre, and when you meet them, you know, it's just you're inspired by them, and then it makes you believe like, no, man, it's okay. Yeah, there's a dark side to everything, but you're gonna get through this, and you're here to spread positivity. You're here to make people feel good and smile and laugh. In the end, it's all about the laughter, and I believe in that with all my heart. It comes from my family. My family's like very positive people that came from nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in a 1-bedroom apartment, and they went out of their way to create every opportunity for me and my sister. You know, my sister's like, I'm going to be a tattoo artist. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to be a comedian. And they're like, all right, you know, yeah, don't let anybody tell you different. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So to have that fire in you, like, I want to do it for them. I want to do it. And I just want to make people feel good, man. And I want to handle it the right way. So these opportunities that have been presented themselves this year, last year, you know, it's been good. And now I feel good about it. And I want to make it happen, man. And I want to do it right. Yeah, well, I'll see we'll see.
Cool. Mike Hill.
Yeah, man. I mean, speaking of one of those good people, legend in the Bay Area, Chewy Gomez, man, Slam Sam.
Yeah.
You got a project going on with him, man. Give me the haps on that. What you guys do together?
Dude, Chewy, oh, man. That dude he's the homie, man. I think it was like a 2010 or 2011. I didn't even know he was coming, but I was doing a show at Cobb's, and I looked out, and Chewy's out there, you know, and I'm like, oh shit, it made me nervous, you know, right? Because you know, I've obviously been listening to Chewy for a long time, you know, and then he, you know, he liked the, you know, he liked the talent, man. He was like, hey man, you're funny, dude, and to hear him say that, I was like, all right, man, I must be doing something right. And then you know, and then we stayed in touch throughout the years, and then this past year. We collaborated on doing the funny drop at Cobb's, and it was an idea I had, and then he became a part of it. And you know, we do comedy, and we always have a DJ or a live band, and then we'll have live artwork or an artist display their art on stage. So it gives us an opportunity to network with local artists from the Bay Area. And you know, we had a dude, Eli Lippert, actually. He's from San Francisco. He's actually part of a new San Francisco Giants commercial where they show him painting. He painted a SF Giants mural in the city, and they show him painting that. And they're like, it just came out, I think, like a couple of days ago or something. But he painted live a photo of a portrait of Richard Pryor at the last one, like while the show's going on.
That's so cool.
So it's just like a colorful, like dope experience. And then we eventually want to have like a pop-up food also, and just have it like this, you know, just have it be this, you know, taste and vision and laughter and just everything. But Chewy's helped me get my name out a lot too, because he believes in the talent, and And so I got nothing but respect for him, and I owe him a lot. And we collaborate on these funny like cholo videos too that I do for him, and he'll post them on his Instagram. So yeah. So he does a thing called Cholo Friday. So I send videos to him. Or I did a video for his Taco Tuesday one time, because he has his Taco Tuesday in the marina. Actually, hey, tomorrow he's going big. They're gonna have lowriders out there and everything at East Side West in the marina if you're in the city. But yeah, I did a skit where I was like down there as a cholo, and there's no cholos in the marina, you know what I mean? So there's like a white girl there, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" Like, "Hey, mija," and then she's like, "Excuse me, do I know you?" And then he takes her to Taco Tuesday. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, even meeting people like that or having people want to network with you or collaborate with you that are on that level, that's also very motivating, and it keeps it moving, man. It keeps it moving.
And then do you have a favorite like routine or like a favorite show that you ever done, like one that you can remember in all the years you've been doing it now, like one where it just you remember it for something but it always stands out? Like,
oh man, I would say the one that like just made me like I was touring at military bases, and we did some other outside clubs too, but we stopped in Kyrgyzstan, which is a country like in between like China and Russia.
Yeah.
And there's a base there, and there's like soldiers. There was like Russian soldiers there.
Shoulders.
Yeah, Russian shoulders there. There was some nice ass Russian shoulders there. I'd never seen shoulders like that, man. I was like, damn, Those are nice. Oh my God. But a lot of this particular base, like it was people like on their way home. So they're basically like decompressing, or they're happy, or some are sad because they seen their best friends die, and stuff like that. So the energy was, it was like people in mourning but also feeling good because they're about to go home, or they're just and it was this huge hangar, man, and it was probably like, I want to say like 2,000-3,000 people, right? And they just had this big old American flag, big huge stage. I was like, oh my gosh, man, and it just went back like forever. And it was open in the back, and you could see like these mountains in the back with snow on them and everything, and then just like this sea of people that were just waiting to laugh. Like and there was thousands of them that they needed laughter more than anybody. You know what I mean? Like they just seen death and war and but they're about to go home, so the energy was just like, whoa, dude. You know what I mean? And I got up there, and they were with me, man, from the very first word that came out of my mouth until the very end. And they just rode with me, and it was just this wave of laughter, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so dope, dude. And it just felt good, man. I was so happy for them, and it's not just about the person that's on stage. It's not like, oh, I'm running things because I'm on stage. It's about everybody just bringing it together, and it almost makes me want to cry right now, man, even thinking about it. But the people that came up to me after, even like they were just sharing their stories of they lost good friends, and how much they appreciated that how much they needed that. They were just like, thank you, man, thank you. And I was just more than honored, man. It gives me chills right now even thinking and seeing they're in their eyes, with the situation they just left, or they're on their way from, or whatever. To be able to share that with them was just amazing, man. I'll never forget that performance. It's my favorite. So
that's awesome, man. I'm glad you shared that with me. Thank you very much, man.
Cool. Hey, we had to enhance it. Yeah. Enhance it for you. Tara.
That was weird because I could see like your little performance when you were saying it. But so okay, do you have like an album on iTunes or like a CD?
Yeah, I did, but we took it down because I'm doing another CD. But yeah, I have a DVD that's here. But yeah, I just sell that like at the trunk of my car at the swap meet.
Listen, right? The Peoples live from San Francisco, right?
Yeah, that would.
Okay, cool.
See, everyone needs to buy that.
Yeah.
Buy it now.
Yeah.
And then have you ever thought about moving? Because I know a lot like comedians go from like San Francisco to LA and then like New York.
Well, I live in LA now, and
when you went from San Francisco and then like to LA, and then are you gonna go to New York or no?
No, I don't think I'll go to New York. I mean, I've been in New York to perform before, but I love New York, man. It's like the center of the universe. There's so much energy there and culture. You're just like, oh my gosh, there's some parts of it that remind me of San Francisco, but I just got so many friends and family and LA and San Francisco that it's just, but you definitely comes a time when you have to move to one of those places, either New York or LA. Right. You just have to, if I could, I would stay in San Francisco, but there's just no industry here, but there's such beautiful people and audience, and it's a great place to hone your craft, You know, and I wish there was industry here, but it's not a bad thing that it's not. It's just, you know, that's the way it is.
Yeah. Well, I give you props because there's no way I could stand in front of people and have everybody staring at me and do that. I'd be like, oh, I'd probably cry. I seriously would. But yeah, so like that's like amazing that you guys can even do that because there's no way. There's no way.
Right.
Plus, I'm not funny, so I'd be like, okay, guys. You know? Yeah.
Give 1,000.
Here I am, you know.
Give them a reading.
Here I am.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, so.
I have an additional question for you. Who do you think that's in the comedic world that would you consider overrated?
Oh, man. Oh, come on, man.
I'm the main guy. I could get away with it.
Oh, dude. I don't know if I could
drop names.
Well, you don't have to drop names. You could just kind of like describe and we'll kind of piece together everything.
That's honestly a tough question for me. I'm not even trying to avoid the question because I mean the biggest names that are out there, I mean I think they deserve to be there, you know what I mean? So you know, like the Kevin Harts or Gabriel Iglesias, like I look up to those guys. I don't know, man.
What about, what's his name? Never mind.
There's a who?
I forgot his name all of a sudden. I went blank. Never mind.
There's a guy out there that's been you know, accused of stealing a lot of stuff, and he actually admitted it on camera.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about, I think.
And
Joe, do you know who he is?
I have an idea.
One good like CD thing.
Well, I'll consult with you later to get the accurate.
Was there a Windex involved in that CD thing?
But you know, it's there's. Well, I think he's a great performer though, so it's like I don't want to say that he's not deserving or overrated, but you know, it's just he brought some bad vibes to the game, and he got called out on it, and so I think he learned from that though, and now he's
it's just
doing
one of
good
those
with
things
it,
you gotta have that bad guy.
Right. Yeah, there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. You know? You can make it big in show business by backstabbing people, or you can make it big by, you know,
the opposite of that.
Yeah, the opposite of that. Yeah, do the opposite.
What's that comedy
I'll take
place
the latter, baby.
that's on Sunset that everyone goes to?
Comedy Store?
There's two of them.
Or Laugh Factory? They're like walking distance from each other.
Which is the one that Pauly Shore performs or owns or something?
A Comedy Store, yeah.
Yeah. What's the story with that? Is Pauly Shore still a draw, or
oh, he's still there?
Yeah, he's still there, man.
Damn, I could still remember him back in the MTV days.
He's actually not. Yeah, he's not allowed to perform. I don't know if I don't know if they're letting him back in. I should be telling this
I
story.
remember that.
But yeah, like the Punchline or at the San Jose Improv, because he threw like a steak at a waitress's face in the San Jose Improv. I don't know if I should be saying this. Pauly, hey man, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. Please still book me.
Hey, but this is public information, so you're gonna find out anyway. So you're just relaying it.
Right.
It's not a secret. So.
Yeah. It's known that he's 86 from like Bay Area comedy clubs because of that. But
gotcha.
But yeah, sorry.
Oh my
On the
God.
blacklist.
My cousin did that like last weekend. We got kicked out of the bar before we even ordered a drink.
He threw a steak at somebody's face?
No, my cousin said the F word like too many times before he even ordered a drink, and the lady's all, "You need to leave," and I was like, "Oh my God."
Saying the F word at someone or just like in a conversation?
Just like because they told her to move her car, and she's like, "Fuck." You know, she says it every other word.
Okay.
And they must not like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? We drove like an hour to get here, and then now you're like,
what is it, like Sonics?
It was like, was it
Chuck E. Cheese and shit?
It was Copperopolis. They have one bar. Yeah, they have one bar in Copperopolis, and it was the owner, and she was like, "Lady, you need to leave." So yeah.
Wow.
It sucked. I was like, this is the first time ever.
You're 86.
And I was like, can we have a drink first at least?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing actually. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I just wanted to kind of crawl under the table, but.
There you go. That's too much. That's too much. Now, as far we usually do the Vaunted Q&A, but I still have a few more things I want to ask Frankie, so we're going to kind of like let you off on that.
Pick your brain.
Yeah, pick your brain a little bit because you are a magnificent comedian according to Joe Time. So.
Yeah, he's a magnificent person.
Yeah. Oh man, come on, dude. Thank you, man.
He's like
Joe
Steph Curry. He's a
all
Steph Curry
spiritual
of
and in
comedy,
shape
man.
now. Like it's crazy, man.
Would you guys consider doing like a combined show of some sort? Would that be?
Well, he's gonna do the Cobb show in was it June, right? The one in June.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
He's
didn't
on the
never
one in
tell me
June.
about this.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get it going.
Secrets.
I
man.
didn't want you to know, but
This guy has secrets on top of secrets, man. I'm telling you, man. He's like fucking Nick Fury of the Slam Show and shit.
he's a mysterious man.
Mysterious.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about other things that you're interested in as far as like hobbies and so forth. You love sports. You're from both places, so you have certain loyalties where it's kind of like combined. You love the Warriors, but you like the Lakers. And Raider fan here, ladies and gentlemen.
You're a Raider fan?
Man. I know. all my homies are Niner fans. I wear it all day, but you know that's what it is, man. It's been like that since I was a kid. So
That's hella funny.
And you got to stick with it.
yeah, got to stick with it, man.
Unlike some people that
traitor.
Michael and I know that switch up.
Yeah.
Who was the one that switched up? There was or was it Ricky's dad or something like that?
Oh, my dad.
Your dad.
My dad. He started off being a hardcore Raider fan, man. I mean, who didn't like him back in the 70s? Well, no, back in the 70s, man. He loved, the
LA
George
Raiders?
Atkinson, Jack Tatum Raiders, the lawless Raiders, a bunch of kind of, just ragtags that just beat up on people and had a lot of fun in the process. And then once they moved to LA, that did it for him. Then he became a Niner fan, and now he'll never go back. But,
okay. Well,
but my uncles still give him a hard time because he plays it off like, I barely root for him. They're like, nah, man, you had your room painted black and silver. and my dad grew up in the city too. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
oh man, that's commitment.
Yeah, he kind of did to spite my grandpa at first, but he really really liked him though. And then he jumped ship, man.
I have a pair of LA Raiders skis. They're like
what?
they're like antiques.
Yeah, it's like some throwback.
That is a major
I'm like, I didn't
throwback.
know the Raiders were ever in LA, but I have.
Are they wooden some skis?
I don't know. I don't know.
eBay
They're
that.
like skis, Like,
eBay that shit now, Tara.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get that off your hands.
I'm not a skier. That whole snow thing is good. Yeah.
Awesome. So do you get out to other comedy clubs and check out other comedians, or do you kind of you don't have enough time for all that? Or
No, I do. Yeah, I love going out. I love watching. Yeah, I'm definitely a comedy fan. I love watching comics. Mostly it's like if I have a show somewhere, I'll hang out, watch the other comics before or after. Or sometimes I'll even just go to shows just to hang out, just because
check out the competition.
I'm single and lonely and stuff like that. But I like to just because they're they're all friends. It's like a family.
Yeah.
We'll hook you up then.
It's like when you go to school. Remember you go to school. You didn't go to school for school. You went to school to go see the homies. You know what I mean?
Same thing, man.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a favorite comedy movie or comedy type of TV show?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, man.
I like that.
One of each, if you can, please.
Key and Peele, the sketch comedy show.
Yeah.
I think they are killing it right now, man. They're just like every season just getting better and better, and they're pretty much owning that right now. So I like that show a lot. What'd you say, movie?
Yeah, what about movie? Favorite funny movie of all time?
Oh man, that's tough. For some reason, man, I love
Soul Plane.
Soul Plane.
The first Ace Ventura?
Yeah,
that's a good
that's a good one.
That is a good one,
That is
right?
a good one.
Yeah.
Have you ever got to meet Jim Carrey?
No, I've never met Jim Carrey.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. I liked a lot.
Was that like a B-rated movie? I never heard of I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Oh, no, that's a good one, man. That's an old school, Keaton Ivory Wayne's movie. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I never heard of
good. Check it out, man. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I still got it on VHS.
Okay.
It's an old school.
The aquarium, though.
But the VHS bootleg. That's what I got.
But I don't know, man. Man, there's probably some lot like I'm not thinking of right now. But yeah,
all right,
there's some that make me feel good. I like Happy Gilmore is always like when I'm feeling down and out.
Yeah.
When I'm feeling down and out, I watch Happy Gilmore and it just kind of like it makes me feel good.
Go to the batting cages.
Yeah.
I watch
Is that Born in East LA, like that one a lot.
Mexican American.
Yeah.
President.
Jeez, I don't know, man. There's so many.
Say when
Dude.
they ask who the president is, I forget that.
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack classic.
There you go. Bill Murray.
Oh man, love Bill Murray. Groundhog Day, that's a good one.
Now, I have a very intricate question. You have comedians that start out really good in the 80s. Really good movies, really good sets and stuff. But now
it's different then, yeah.
Moving into the 90s and 2000s and so forth, they're still around. But you kind of wonder, hey, have you kind of went past your expiration time and should call it quits? Is there anyone that falls within that category that's kind of doing stand-up throughout clubs in L.A. and places?
Oh, that you mean is like past their time? Or
Yeah.
something?
Oh boy.
Like, holy shit, I seen that movie back when...
shit on people right now, man.
We're not. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like, it's
hang it up.
I mean,
buddy.
yeah. I mean, I definitely see that. You know, I mean, there are those guys out there, but I respect them, man. You know,
I was
what
just
mean?
about to
Because
say,
they-
I'm sure it's hard for you because it's still people that are in your craft. You never want to put down someone that's in your craft, right?
Right.
Karma, you know.
And it's like, even though you know that they had their day or they had their chance to be real big, and then they're kind of just like hanging around the comic clubs now, like, I still respect it, man, because they're still doing it, and
True.
it's like they can't do anything else. They've been doing it for so long. It's like there's no way to go, and I feel for those guys, man, because a lot of times it's cool to, like, when you first get on the road, you're like, oh, excited to get on a plane or wherever, be able to drive somewhere to do comedy for other people. It's exciting at first, but then if your career just kind of peaks out at that level, then you have to be on the road all the time, and that's draining, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, especially if you start having kids or family, like, you got to be on the road all the time. You're in these shitty hotels, or just lonely, you know. You're in places where, you know, the show's not till 8 o'clock at night. You don't know anybody in the city.
Timbuktu.
And you're just hanging out all day. Yeah, it gets hard after a while, and for guys to be having to do that year in and year out, you know, certain guys that get TV deals and all that, so they could chill.
Yeah.
You know, they're chilling wherever they're filming their show, and then they got the income to just pick their spots when they want to travel and stuff like that. And then there's guys that, in order to pay their bills, they have to travel. They have to keep doing shitty casinos or but they're doing it. You know what I mean? And I still respect those guys, man, because it's not as easy as people think. You know what I mean? For like the masses think, oh yeah, you just get up there on stage and, you know, you just talk and But no, man, there's a lot more. There's a whole lot of energy and a lot of energy behind the scenes that goes into that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, for those guys that you want to call them washed up or whatever, I still, oh man, it's just tough for me to even put a name on that. I'm just like, you know what it is, but you know, you don't want to say it. You're just more like, hey man, respect, homie, you're still doing it.
Exactly.
Even though you guys have done the same jokes for 20 years, you know what to say. But
Well said. Joe Time, what he does over here in the Bay Area, he puts together these showcases where he hosts, and obviously he brings up and coming comedians and have them showcase their talents.
Does he?
Yeah, I'm going to get into that. Let me continue my spit right here. So you put together showcases as well, and how do you go about selecting these comics to join you on stage?
It's there's always like there's a group of guys I guess you have in rotation, but I'm also always have my eye out, and I get excited when you see like a young comic that's funny, you know what I mean? And it's like, and that's good, and you can see they're about it, and they want it, and they're hungry, and they're ambitious, and most importantly, they're funny, though. You know what I mean? It's like,
and it's kind of like part of the whole scouting process.
Let's not forget, you gotta be funny.
Let's not forget that.
Like when you have that time to go watch another comedian, you're partly scouting as well, because hey, I could.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I do a monthly down in LA also, and then one in San Diego. So it's like I constantly have to have comics that you got to book a show every month. So it's like, you want to find funny people, you know what I mean? And it's like, and it's also good, like, networking. And then a lot of comics will hit you up because they see that, you have shows. So I get a lot of emails, a lot of inbox, a lot of people reaching out. And a lot of times if they don't have like a video or a clip or anything I can go off of, then, I'll ask them when they're performing, and I'll try to make it out to watch them. And then also there's people that just, they recommend, or like other veteran comics that will recommend to me, like, hey, this kid's funny, man, you gotta da-da-da, and I'll just book them based off that because, I trust that person's judgment.
Right.
And, it usually works out.
Okay.
So, yeah, do it. Yeah, that's basically how I do it. And I always have my eye out, man. Like I said, I love comedy, and especially when somebody comes out and they're young and they're funny, you get excited for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
is there anyone right now of those cats that you would say is really, kind of, I guess, shown out to you and said, man, this guy's going to be something in a couple years, or this guy has a lot of potential?
Man, that's there's a lot, man.
Joe Corzo.
Yeah, Joe's one of them, man. And just Joe as a person, he puts out such a good vibe, and he brings that on stage too. You know what I mean? And you want to root for that, and he's funny. So it's just like to bring that full package of just positivity, man. That's what I'm about. It's
package
like,
of jizz.
You know what I mean?
To bring, when he brings that full package.
Yeah, I just can't, I can't look away.
Do what Chow does on The Hangover.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of guys, especially out of this area too. You know, the Bay Area comedy scene is strong, man.
Yeah.
And down there, even down in LA, there's a lot of us that are down there, that live down there, that are from the San Francisco comedy scene, and
it's crazy.
You know, they respect us down there, man. And there's a lot of the old school ones too. You know, the Moshe Kashas and Kevin Kamiya and Brent Weinbach and you know, there's a lot of them. They're killing it. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes you proud that they're from the scene that we all started comedy in.
The yay.
And then I don't know, man. There's a lot of funny dudes like Johan Miranda. You know, Christian Reyes is funny. I like Johan's
he's nice.
Pretty funny, man. And I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah.
Cool.
Kate Willett, she's funny.
Caitlin Gill.
Yeah. You Caitlin Gill? Yeah, that's the homie. She just did. Oh, so you know all the comics. Yeah.
Damn, Tara, you get around.
You know it, and
what the hell? Speaking of mic so everyone could hear you.
She was whispering
I didn't want
for a
to
reason.
say it 'cause I'm like,
no, you're
he
about.
does a show with like Chris and Caitlin, and he's black, and he oh my God, what is his name? Dang it. He's really funny and nice.
And he's black.
Wait,
yeah. I don't want to say it. He's black.
What do you mean he's black?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
He's hecka funny though. Yeah, but he's like their friend too.
Oh,
my gosh, what is his name? He lives in San Francisco. I totally forget.
You're getting nervous like you had a relationship with him or something.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
Greg Edwards?
No.
Oh, man.
Dang it. It's going to kill me. I'll have to show you
That's
the
a hell of a
picture
day, Ray Edwards.
I'll find his picture in a second here. I know it's on here.
That's too much.
You'll know.
Is there a club that you haven't hit yet that you really want to get into?
Yeah. Real quick.
Whew, man.
Have you done Caroline's?
No, I have not. I would like to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Cellar.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Me too.
Yeah. I did a guest spot at Gotham Comedy Club.
Was it live?
And then other than that, I just did like the bar shows and all that. But there's so many rooms in New York.
Yeah.
You could do like 3-4 sets in one night, man. It's crazy. It's same in LA, but then you got to deal with driving and traffic and all that. It's just like, so it just makes you want to stay in one spot, Just like, all right. But yeah, Caroline's would be dope, man.
Cool.
Or the Cellar, that'd be cool. Comedy Cellar. Yeah. Other than that, that's it. I think we got the other ones. The ones in LA.
And you said you're working on a comedy
those.
album. Are you working on it currently, or are you going to be recording it soon?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Well, it's not going to just be like because the one I had was just a recorded stand-up of one of my sets. This one we're working on is there's some in-studio stuff. We're like doing some storytelling and all that because I wanted to do something different because, you take it back to the old school like Cheech and Chong tapes or even the Adam Sandler ones are really good.
George Carlin's,
you could turn yourself into, you could play with people's imaginations, like just with sound effects and just like, hey, we're in a, whatever. We're on an island right now, and this skit's coming out of this or whatever. So I was working on that, and then like some funny songs too.
Nice.
So, and then some live stand up like mixed in between that, but so doing a lot. It's a lot of work right now. But
yeah.
Wow. That's your boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his name? I forget.
Cool. All right. Due to time constraints, we're going to go ahead and do shouts and plugs. So let's whip it around the room real quick, starting with Joe Time.
Yeah, man. Just shout out to you, Slam, for hosting this awesome show as always. Everybody that's tuned in right now, I appreciate you guys tuning in every Monday nights. If you haven't seen any of the old shows, check those out on our go into our archives?
Yes.
The vault. I don't know.
TVEPN.com.
TVEPN.com at theslamshow.com.
The vault.
Yeah, Frankie, a guest in the studio, man, my comedy brother, man, just appreciate you. Shout out to you, and I just hope you get everything you deserve because you deserve a lot, man, my man.
Oh, thank you, man.
And just keep bringing the funny, man. Yeah, definitely. Tara, thank you for coming in, always just bringing this amazing glow that you have and just shining bright like that nice little necklace you have right there.
Thank you.
And my boy Mike is smooth, man. I'm glad that you're feeling better, man, and that you're back out here.
Frankie, to have a bromance.
The black and orange.
Yeah,
and just everybody that's not in the studio today, appreciate you guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys as your co-hosts, like Sydney, Lady Sage, Ricky Man, all you guys, DJ Stallion, all you guys. Yeah, you go ahead and catch me on Joe _Time on Instagram / on Facebook, Joe Time Comedy. May 19th, I'll be at Tommy T's, and then June. What was that? June.
It's it's like the last Sunday in June.
Yeah, last Sunday in June.
Just check copscomedy.com.
And then that's For the People Comedy, right?
It's the Funny Drop.
The Funny
presented
Drop.
by For the People Comedy and Chewy Gomez.
And Chewy Gomez. Yeah, for any other thing, man, just check details and just keep supporting live comedy, guys.
Cool. Mike Hill.
Right on, man. I'll start off the same as Joe did, man. Thank you, Slam, for saying that there was an open seat. allowing me to come on, tell them my travels, and catch up with you guys. Missed you guys a lot. Frankie, man, you're a hell of a guy. I wish you the best of luck in your success.
Thank you, man.
Tara, I've always heard so much about you, and you've been on a lot of the shows that I haven't been on, and I'm finally glad that I got to meet you. One of these days I'll have to get a spiritual psychic reading from you because I heard you're the best. Yeah, I'll get it tonight maybe. Joe Time, it's good to see you, man. Like I said, I saw your post this morning of your desk, and it motivated me, man, just to know that you were doing good and you were on good spirits because I haven't heard from you in a while, man. So that was really good to hear. As always, shout out to Mom and Dad for everything they do. Shout out to my cousin Finn, man. Like I said, big wedding. He locked it up this week. He before his vows, he read this letter, and every time before the wedding, he started crying every time he wanted to say it. But in the wedding, he knocked it out, didn't shed a tear. Yeah, he was solid, man. Big shout outs to Chelsea's parents and my auntie and uncle for throwing such a fantastic wedding. Big shout outs to my girlfriend. First and foremost, because she dealt with my sickness on the plane, man. There's a point where I thought she was gonna say, you know what, we're done,
love.
We're done. But she dealt through all the embarrassing moments.
We're done. Shitting all over the place.
Yeah, man. Hey, no, I really saw her true colors, though, man. I just saw yours. I saw. I was the one with colors. She was fine. I was the only one with sick. So, but she just showed how much she really does care and love for me. Shout out to her family for all the great times I had down in L.A. at the baby shower and the birthday party too. So, if you guys want to see me, at Mike Ill Smooth on the Instagram, and then at Mike on the Mic 24 for all you Twitter folks out there. I should be doing some major broadcasting coming up in the later months of May and early June with my high school sports thing. And one last shout out to Charlie Davies, boy from high school and college, man, got me set up at Sleep Train. Can't wait to start on May 12th.
Nice. Cool. Tara.
Oh boy, I'm always like, okay. I want to give a shout out to my parents, because they gave birth to me and all. And my girls and my little group on Facebook, because I know they all like watch and listen, and everyone in the chat room. And let's see. And my Facebook is Facebook at intuitivetara.com or whatever the heck. And then I'm Shamrock Kelly and Shamrock Kelly 01.
Is whatever.com in there?
Yeah, I'm not good, like all that stuff. So, yeah. Anyways.
How come you're nervous?
I don't know.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know.
You get a moment and you just fucking it all up. Jesus Christ.
I did all on the spot.
She's like, Sam, you need to get me on. I'm going to do better than everyone else. And you just blew it. I'm just messing with you. Right on, Tara. Frankie.
Oh, man. Yeah. You guys, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it. Joe, man, thanks for making this happen.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hell yeah, man. So my sister just got married. She's in Cabo San Lucas right now. I don't know if she's tuning in, but her and her new husband, my homie.
Awkward.
My family, everybody. That's about it. Everybody listening, man. Keep supporting the Slam Show.
And websites, social media tags. What
at Frankie Quinones. So FRNKIE QUINONES. But if you just if you just look up comedian Frankie Q, you'll find me. But other than that, there's a Funny or Die video I'm in that just came out last weekend with P Diddy. So you can go to funnyordie.com and you'll see it. It's like the one up top. Hey. It's like it's called Rush Hour 4/Face Off 2.
Okay.
And
I saw that.
I'm in it for like 3 seconds, but I'm in
You're
there.
in it.
You have your cameo. That's all that matters.
I have a speaking line with P Diddy, so is that
you can put that on. You can put that on your resume.
Other than that, catch the show at Cobb's Comedy Club once a month with the one me and Chewy Gomez put on.
Okay.
And other than that, man, thanks for the support, you guys. Thanks for having me.
We're glad to have you.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I'll be tuning in this show. I love it. It's a dope setup, dope vibe, good panel. It's good times, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'll go ahead and close out the shouts and plugs. I'd like to thank my entire crew that's here. Tara, I'm just messing with you. I love you. You're doing well.
Thank you.
Michael, as always, you do a great job.
Thank you.
And I'll back in the Slam Show van so we can take care of that mattress. Joe Time.
Choo.
You brought an incredible guest. As always. Always great work, and keep them coming.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Keep them coming.
Hashtag.
With them shoulders, bro. You got them strong shoulders, homie.
Hashtag Jizz Palace.
Jizz Palace.
Frankie Quinones, thank you, sir, for making the trip out here.
Oh, thank you, man.
Although it was timed with your sister's event, so it wasn't really like you made a 6-hour drive for us. It was kind of like convenient.
It kind of sounded good, though. I just went with it.
I'd like to thank everyone that's in the chat room interacting. You guys are the best, from Matt Abaya to Christina to a whole bunch of others. You guys are the bomb. I love your interaction. Continue that each and every week. And everyone that's viewing anonymously, keep tuning in because you make the Slam Show happen. And without you guys, there is no show. That's for sure. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and if you don't know the tags, just Google us, and you'll be able to find that really quick. All right, guys, that does it for this episode of The Slam Show. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Blasters are full.